feel the breaking of my cold stone heart was about to begin. The moment that we locked eyes. Now everywhere you go, my eyes follow close. And I'm just waiting for the time to be right to tell you how I've loved you for a while. Oh, my heart is going wild. You wear me down like when the sea meets earth. I fade away just like the rocks have worn. Don't you see what you do to me? You keep crashing into me. I keep turning out to be something more than what I was before. Like when the sea meets earth, I fade away just like the rocks have worn. Don't you see what you do to me? You keep crashing into me. I keep turning out to be something more than what I was before. I think I'm starting to lose my mind because this precarious situation that we find ourselves in means that it's only a matter of time before a storm of wonder starts to fill my mind. And for the first time in a long time, you're the first one to make me feel like I want you more than I know. I cannot take my eyes off of you. If you're a storm, I'll dance in the rain and hold on by my fingertips.
Yar, good morning, Zarania. Thank you very much for the resub. I was just getting ready and it all went a bit crazy. Good morning, my lovelies. How is everybody? Good morning, Niku, Celeste. Everything works. Whee! Hopefully, everything is working. Hello. Welcome to the stream, you hexy thing. Oh my goodness me, Zarania, thank you so much for the resub. Nika, you expect me not to say anything? Well, I'm dashing in and out. I was just getting my coffee and I saw you, so I thought I'd roar back. So it's a bit of a bonus stream-ish today because I'm not at work today, so I thought I would stream. I'm a bit late starting because the bin men are here on a Thursday, so they've just been kicking bottles and things all over the street. Where am I from? I am from the Midlands in the United Kingdom. How about yourself, Celeste? Where are you? So anyway, yes, it is morning. It's a weird time, 11 o'clock-ish here for me. But you know what? I wanted to catch up because yesterday I had to stop my stream rather quickly because one of the little ones had an incident at school. But they are okay. They are back at school today. I'm sure it will all be fine. And yeah, we'll leave it at that. We'll let the school handle that one. But yes, I am sponsored by Nescafe. I'm not sponsored by Nescafe, but I'm drinking coffee today. Oh, brilliant. Well, welcome, Celeste. Zarania is also over there, Oklahoma City, I think Zarania is. Hexling is fine, thank you. I think it was, this has been coming, I think, this particular person at school. They play well and then they don't, and it just escalated. It escalated, but hey ho. Oh, Niku, don't worry. I didn't mean to be gone, but you know what, when they call, and I love the way they call and they say nothing to worry about, but, and then you think, oh, here we go. But yes, his pupils were dilated, he was a bit woozy, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to bring him home for snuggles, because I'd rather he was home safe with me than at school dealing with that. But today he will be fine. He'll be fine. I think it's all been sorted out. Oh dear me. So yeah, I'm going to carry on with the poinsettias. I have got a chemical poop storm coffee today. This is one of those sachets where everything is in. So apparently this is a caramel latte. We shall see. We shall see. Oh my goodness me. Yes, so I did obviously I started on the stream before I had to stop, and I did carry on last night. I carried on last night and I did make a couple of little poinsettias. Remember I said I wasn't sure how they were going to turn out. I think they turned out pretty good. I'm really happy with this little central bit, and yeah, I'm not sure about this particular fabric though, so I swapped over and I moved to a kind of sparkly metallic-y red as well. So I think we'll have an arrangement, different ones, but I think I'm going to do another one in this because I like sparkly things. Oh, Niku, you wanted snuggles yesterday. Oh, bless you. Oh well, reading manga for 3 hours under a blanket, that sounds pretty good to me. We played Railway Empire and watched Netflix. It was good fun. It was good fun. Oh, I can feel I've got a hair in my mouth, so forgive me if I keep trying to find it, because I haven't even done my hair this morning. I've just got up and got the kids to school. It's my mother-in-law's birthday as well, so I had to kind of run around and do the things. And yeah, we're good to go. We're good to go. Oh dear. Oh, have I found it? Hang on. Yay! Right. So I'm going to put the plain red one, I think, in the centre. I'm going to do the plain red one in the centre, and then I am going to do kind of one there, and I'm going to make another one to put over there. So it's a little bit distorted because of the hexagami. There's no template or anything in that. It's yeah, it's a bit wonky donk, but we'll stitch it down. It'll be fine. We'll stitch it out as we do always. And then I'm planning to do the applique. So I have my applique template and a little plan of how I'm going to do it. But, so Zaranya, I saw you're amazing. You're amazing free motion quilting. Well done, you. I think that's going to be a thing. It's going to be a thing that I'm going to do next year. We might even do it on stream. I'm going to learn to free motion quilt. And Nika's got news. Hang on. Nika's got news. Go on, hit us with it, Niku. I'll just get my stuff together. Try and find it all. Oh dear. So yeah, we're moving to this kind of sparkly one. The bottom half of yours looks like... I'm sure it doesn't. I'm sure it doesn't. And it's done. Ah, papers. Where have my papers gone? Dang nabbit. Problem when you try and get organised. What that means for me is I normally lose stuff. Oh, I'm just going to scan the desk. It can't be there. How can they be far away? My room is like 8 by 10. Alley Cat, good morning. Good morning to you. How are you doing? Buggeration. Oh, Niku, you get a second paper round. That sounds so derogatory. It doesn't mean to. 27th, so you double up on your money, making it easy for you to get an apartment. Yes. Well done, Niku. That's fantastic news. Fantastic news. How can I have lost a pack of papers in a room that's 8 by 10? Jeez Louise. Talk amongst yourselves. Oh God. Where would I put them? Where would I put them? Oh man. Yeah, let's go through all these pots and things. Oh God. Bin men are back. Sorry. See how noisy they get. No. Question is if you can stay in it once you have it. How do you mean if you can stay in it once you have it? What's the what are you worried about, Niku? God dang it. Right, I might be making some papers here at this rate. Oh, bloody hell. Oh, bin men. Yay! What's up with them? Oh, this is not funny, guys. There is zero floor space in here. Right, I think we might be MacGyvering some papers. Because I can't see or looking. Professional streaming this. Professional streaming this. It did go awry. I don't know where it's gone. And do you know, I always joke, what could possibly go wrong when I stream? This is the kind of thing that can go wrong on the stream. I really don't have that much space around here. That's why I'm confused right now. Sorry, guys. Right, we're going to make some. We're going to make some because this is not amusing. So I was using 1-inch jewels. Using 1-inch jewels. So let's get some 1-inch papers. God, they're really not in there. I'm spaced out, man. Celeste, it's tiny. My little room, I can literally touch both sides. And it's not a small bag. It's not a small bag either. It's not on the floor. The problem is when you share your house with little people, sometimes they do take things for a walk. So why they would want a pack of 1-inch jewels, I really don't know. Make sure I've not pinned them underneath. Up in chat, up in chat. Not sure you can keep the roots once you move. Oh, I see, Niku. Sorry, I'm a little bit discombobulated now. I've lost my papers. And I'm normally so organised. Oh, goodness. Tiny Tan, hello. Oh dear, I started a little bit earlier today. I don't normally stream on Thursdays, but we had issues yesterday and I had to stop my stream, and I'm not working today, so I thought I'd catch up. Thought I would catch up. So, well, Niku, fingers crossed. I say cross that bridge when it comes. Cross that bridge when it comes. Oh, Tiny Tan, you haven't seen a pack of 1-inch jewels, have you, on your travels? Because somehow, between going to bed last night and getting in here this morning, they've gone. I don't know where. And I don't know where. Oh. Right, we've spent enough time worrying about that, so we're just going to MacGyver some. What do we need? We need some 2, 4, 6, 7 papers. And or did the mod? Oh my, oh my. Channeling your inner Uma Thurman there. Ketchup. You need some too. I'm just going to have to make some, I think, Tiny Tan, because I don't know what's happened to them. And I know as soon as I go on a break, or as soon as I finish streaming, they'll just be here on the desktop. But I really can't see them, so we're just going to make some really quickly. What am I going to need? I'm going to need a rotary cutter. Oh. There we go. I do have my rotary cutter, that's okay. And I'm going to need some painter's tape as well in a minute as well. We'll get some painter's tape. Right then, so really easily I need a triangle on the end of a 1-inch hexagon. So I'm going to mark the lines first, because once I cut it diagonally they're gone. So let's mark the lines, let's cut it and then stick it. So as we know, a hexagon is made up of 6 equilateral triangles. So I can cut this up and then there we go. So what I can do now is if I cut these triangles up, I can attach one to the end of there, and that will give me my jewel shape. And this is the nice thing I always say to people, start with a hexie, because you can make other shapes from the hexie. That's what we're doing. Oh dear. So very carefully we're going to cut this apart. It won't be perfect. I'm not making a whole quilt. I'm making one flower. Damn nugget. One flower. There we go, we've got our diamond there if we wanted a 60-degree diamond. Okay, so that's 3. Oh dear. One more. And these will be a bit strange because obviously I've got the holes punched in them because I normally punch holes in my hexies. So that's that part dealt with. Let's find some painter's tape. Oh, because it wouldn't be in the sticky stuff drawer, would it? And I know I've had that this morning because I've had to stick down my pattern. This we find I've wandered off in the house and we find the papers and the painter's tape are together somewhere. Just laughing at me. If it can go wrong today, it's gonna go wrong today. Do you know, give me 5 seconds, guys. I'm gonna have to nip out and try and find the painter. Is it on the table to the right? Oh God. Yes, it is. Oh, yeah, that's the one. Thank you, Celeste. I'm glad somebody's looking. You can't see the papers, can you, whilst I'm here? Oh, Mandy Crafty, good morning. It's on the fabric. I've got a... Oh, this is going to be a fun stream, this one. I can just feel it. I can feel it. Okay, so we're just going to stick a bit of painter's tape there on the triangle, and I'm going to attach it, oh God, to the hexie. And we're just MacGyvering ourselves some papers because I've lost my papers that were here literally just like a second ago, and now they're not. So there we go, there's one made. Oh, pyramids are cool. They are, haven't they? Oh, Niku, I can't tell you how many times I do that. Or it's sunglasses, where I've got my sunglasses on the top of my head and I can't find them for looking. Oh, here we go. So I'll just fold those little extra bits over. So that will do me. 4 more. Let's get them all made up and I can get those shapes basted. And we need to do one more hexagami as well, which is pre-cut. So I've cut the hexagon, I just need to do the fabric foldy thing, and then we will have another poinsettia ready to go. I don't know. Oh, how we laughed. Oh, Alison. I scare myself, do you know that? And they let me breed as well. I've made this worse for mankind. I'm spreading it. Never mind. Never mind. We keep going, don't we? Let's just stick that on there. Stick that down. Ish. As long as it's kind of the right shape. Pass it on. Oh yeah, I'm passing it on, don't worry. At least you all know it's not just you. Oh dear, there we go. There we go. And the nice thing is, again, this is a standalone piece, so it's not going to be joined to any others. So even if the shape is slightly off, it's not going to be a problem because this is a standalone flower. Right, get the cutting board out of the way. I'm going to be so cross later when I find those papers, you know that, don't you? So cross. Okay, I'm just going to get the iron out. That's a little bit creased. Oh. Shall I start again? Oh, you're having a production company called Love of Life throwing music festivals in the US. Oh wow, that sounds fun. So what's your role within that then, Celeste? What do you do? We'll let that warm up. Definitely work better if it's warm. I think I'm warming up. God. See if we end up with coffee all over this today. I might have to move the coffee a bit. You were having a cutting party earlier, but now realise there's more fabric on your dining table to be cut. Oh no. Are you cutting for a big quilt then? So I wish I could get die cutters for these shapes. It would make life so much easier. But I'm just kind of cut a strip off and then I'll fit them on. Volunteering your time for the last 6 years and now it's kind of come to a point where you're ready to go on tour. Oh wow. So you're going to get on a school bus that we renovate. Oh wow. Travel dancing. That sounds amazing. That sounds amazing, Celeste. Oh man. I need to get me to the States one of these days. So I'm just going to line these up and then just, in theory, just cut them. And I think, do you know what, for a little while I'm going to stay away from needles. So I think I'm going to glue base these, if I can find a glue stick. Yep. I think I'm going to glue base. I'm going to stay away from sharp implements, just for a little while. Because I'm scaring myself right now, guys. So let's just pop a little bit on here. I definitely need to, and I know my eldest would love, that's going to be his life, I think. He's definitely, he's a free spirit, that boy. I fully expect him to kind of travel the world, to be honest. Let's have a look. Oh, you'll be out to the UK at some point? Brilliant. Well, if you ever make it to the Midlands, you'll have to hit me up, man. Definitely. Yeah, who doesn't love a free spirit, honestly? I think he is. He's just going to walk the earth, that boy. I hope he does. I really hope he does. There we go. Let's do that. Am I on Discord? Yes. Yes, we are. And if you stitch or craft or do anything, feel free to share it over in the Discord because we love to see what everybody else is doing. Take after his aunt. He will, Mandy Crafty, that's right. I always think of him being like in Love Actually. There's the guy goes across to the States. That's my boy. That's my eldest for sure. So let's just roughly cut these out. And then we will glue base these because they're not going to be for long. I think I'll just see what Tiny Tam was doing. What are you doing? Single bed size. Oh, now sitting on a heat pack. Oh, yeah, shoulders. I have no end of trouble with my shoulders. Tiny Tam. I know I should just do less. I know if I just stopped sewing for a month, I'd be much better, but I can't. I can't do that. I just can't. Oh dear me. Here we go. So I've laid these out so it's quite straightforward. As always with me, I'm just eyeballing a seam allowance. I'm not going to stress about it being perfect. I don't plan to hand quilt this one. So your mother always told you were going to travel the world and then to for your money. Oh, Nika, you've got plenty of time to see the world though. We all have. So, there we go. There's still time. There's always time. Okie diddly. Let's get on with this. The pain is worth it. Do you know, it is tiny tan. It really is. So here we go. Let's just work around here. Well, the nice thing is, Niku, that you took control of your life. You are the one in control. And so it didn't work, did it? It didn't work. Oh, I did go to Australia. That's right, Mandy Crafty. I went to Australia for 3 months. That was an amazing time, and I fully intend to retire there. Fully intend to retire to a little town in North Queensland and just sit and stitch and drink wine. Feeling fine. Here we go. That's what she does. So only physically. She still has a mental grip. Oh, our parents always have a mental grip on us, I think, Niku. But just know that they don't define you. And it's never too late to change. I keep telling myself that. I can still change and undo anything. Your mum used to drink wine and eat popcorn every night. That sounds pretty sound to me. Holiday home for you to visit. Is that right, Mandy Crafty? Is that what you think? We'll see. You can come and stay anytime, Mandy Crafty, you know that. Oh dear. There we go, there's another one. I'm thinking the glue is definitely the right choice. Oh, that was a big splodge. Never mind. Never mind. So this is the water soluble. It's just a temporary glue. So I'll remove these papers once I've stitched down these flowers. There we are. I'm just giving them a little press because the templates aren't complete, obviously. So I was a bit worried when I started that these wouldn't look very poinsettia-y, because obviously the kind of, in real life, the plant has a lot of petals, but I think this is enough to just give us the impression that it's a poinsettia. I did wonder about putting some more behind it, but I'm not going to worry. Could they be used as coasters once done, or are they for a bigger project? These ones are for a bigger project, Mandy Crafty. I don't know if you can see, just shining through underneath this fabric is my pattern, and I'm going to be doing the applique for these hopefully later on once I get this one done. And so it's a poinsettia quilt is the plan. That's kind of my design that I've whipped up on the computer. So we're obviously going to put the poinsettias here and then box it in and maybe add some kind of vine. I don't like this particular vine, but I'm thinking some sort of vines around the border. And so this will be a mini quilt, but they can totally be coasters. They can be whatever you want. But I'm demonstrating the hexagon folding next year at the Quilters Guild for it's just like a carousel, so they have different people demonstrating techniques and people come around and see what they're doing, and that's kind of, I'm panicking a little bit because I always do whenever anybody asks me to show them what I do. I get the kind of fraud syndrome kick in. And so now I'm making lots and lots of samples to show people what you can do with these. Oh, you make coasters too. That's fantastic. I do I make coasters as well, like I make big ones. That's a big ginormous kind of mug rug type. And I got some little ones dotted about as well, probably with the papers and everything else that went missing. Oh, I've got the Halloween pumpkin ones. These are here. These are the pumpkin ones. Again, these are quite big ones for for putting my tea and biscuits. Tea and biscuits. We have different pumpkin ones. But I like small projects. I don't tend to make very big projects because I don't have a big space to work in. Oh, Nico should get your first paycheck tomorrow. Woohoo! Yay! It's so exciting. Not that I get a paycheck these days because I just stay at home, but I do like it. So I got my first Twitch paycheck a little while ago. I doubt I'll get another one for a while, but I did get my first one from Twitch, and that was exciting. Oh dear. Good for rolling weed on. Well, I wouldn't know about that. Staying home is fun too. I won't be at home forever, Celeste, but it was a conscious decision to be here for the kids. But they're kind of getting older now. They're not going to need me at home. They're at school now. My eldest goes to high school next year. Oh, of course. See, this is the thing. We don't have prescriptions for cannabis and things. It's that's not allowed here. Dang it. Just think of the tax revenue alone, but no. There we go. So we are getting there, last petal. I haven't really, oh, I think I have done them all the same direction. Sometimes when I fold my diamonds, I get the tips, these little flags going in the wrong direction, but they are all in the same direction. Not that it matters so much anyway, because this is a standalone flower. They don't have to nest. I'm not going to be nesting these in with other ones. But I suppose I could if I wanted to. So that is that bit done. Now to do the hexagami. So let's just gather these fellas up. Oh, so Nico, it is legalised. Finally. You can get it from the doctor, but it costs thousands of Danish crowns. Oh, I see. So we have, in this country, there's a flat rate for a prescription and you pay per item. So it's about £9. I think, is it £9 now, Mandy Crafty, for a prescription? I think it's £9, so that's probably about $12 or something. And you get whatever medicine it is that you've been prescribed for that. But then we all pay for that through national insurance and other contributions. Let's do that. So you can get an entire plate for 50 Danish crowns. So a plate as in a dinner plate. Niku. 11 viewers, you like 7s and 1s. Oh dear, yeah, I had it earlier. I like the 1s. I get my 11/11s. I think, yeah, I'm on track. I'm doing the right thing. Right now, then, what am I doing? I am getting some. How's that? Is that better? Are we back? Oh man, it's looking better to me, but I'm not sure if you guys can hear me now. That's so bizarre. I think I got a Elgato game capture device thing, and for some reason it every now and again it messes with stuff. So I don't know if I'm too loud now. Let me know if I'm too loud. But yeah, the mic was there, just was not working. You love the hexagami, I love the hexagamis too. Just makes life a little bit more interesting, doesn't it? There we go. So I'm hoping that's the camera that's above me now. Should be using it for a mic. And we'll see how we get on. Thanks for letting me know, guys. Oh dear. This was supposed to just be like a simple catch-up stream. But no. I'm not tempting fate by asking what else could go wrong right now. So I think the plan for this Zarania is I'm going to add some beads and things to the centre as well and just make it nice and pretty. Did you have a demo making them with a larger version? I did, yes. Now I don't know if that video is still available, Zarania. But if not, I do record all the streams here, so perhaps I'll dig it out and I can stick it on. Oh, I think actually I can upload videos to the video producer. So I'll make a note around you and I'll dig out that video and stick it back up again for the folding. Oh, oh, it popped. Come on, stay flat a second. Just need that extra finger. No wonder. A beautiful butterfly. Yes, I've seen that many a time, Celeste. You thought Twitch had removed your... No, Niku, it was me. It was me. I don't know what happened. But I think I'm going to have to take the Elgato off. It is just a... it's an external device. It's not a card that goes in the machine. They were just a load at the studio and Rob said I could borrow one to see how it worked. And, well, it interferes with everything. Get that down there. So I tend to press these smaller ones. They're a little bit trickier. The larger ones I don't have to press at every step. I can get away with just finger pressing. But these little ones are a little bit fiddly. Worth it, but just fiddly. You just need that extra finger, which I don't have. Well, you were a seamstress in a past life, were you, Celeste? How? Wow. Do you do any kind of stitching now then, or are you just kind of in the music? Is that your creative outlet this time round? I'd love to know what I was in a past life. Although I always think I must have been somebody horrible. Is the joke I have with my husband. I must have been to be stuck with them. No rest for the wicked. No worries, Mandy Crafty. Thank you for popping in. We will catch up soon. I am back again tomorrow. This is not a scheduled stream today. This is just a kind of catch up because I had to finish early yesterday. As you know, because I inadvertently butt dialed Mandy Crafty yesterday. I could just hear this little voice on my desk. Oh dear. Oh, so that's what you were told, and you've been, let's have a look, packing some stuff, found a bag that you patched a hole in. Oh well, there you go. So you're willing to stitch some stuff. Yeah, so art, music and dance. Brilliant. Oh wow, Niku, you're a shaman. How on earth did you manage to earn that? Well, this is it, you see. I'm a great believer there is definitely something in the kind of global energy, spiritual energies, you know. I follow a lady called Elizabeth Peru, and she does a global forecast based on kind of that sort of thing. I don't really read up on it that much, but I do use it as a guide sometimes just to see. What's weird is I turn to it more when I'm kind of struggling. When things are going well, I don't worry, but when I'm struggling, I do. I kind of look into it and think, what's going on? What can I change? Hocus Pocus is your favourite. Oh, okay. I don't do the witchcraft thing. Oh, I'm really sorry to hear that, Celeste. Here we go. Nearly there. There we are. So I'm kind of doing witchcraft now by creating. Like it. Stitch Witch. Oh dear. There we go. We're nearly there now. One more to fold, and then this is done. We can put it all together. We've got a knot there. Let's just deal with that. If we can. Yeah. Don't burn any witches. She's a witch. Burn her. Is that Monty Python? I think that might be a bit of Monty Python. Oh dear. We're in. Need Teflon fingertips sometimes doing this. I think you can get like little finger ends. Niku, you got modded. I wonder why. We'll allow it. Because it's you. Pentagrams, chants, spells, offerings, all that dark stuff when you're really screaming. Yes, yeah. I think it's just witchcraft usually is about kind of to me it's about yourself. I'm not interested in kind of on anybody else. It's about me. I can't think why Automod didn't like that. Can you? Oh dear. There we go. Oh, we're all knotty today. We're all knotty. Just be gentle with it, it'll be fine. No, it won't be fine. Oh, it's the last one, we're not letting it go. Come here. I think the universe is saying something today, guys. It's just not going to plan. Okay, we're going to just nip that thread off at the knot. Everything will be fine. Fearful, insecure, neurotic and emotional. Oh, that sounds like me all over. Always a solution. Always a solution. And fear is just a chemical stimulus at the end of the day, isn't it? Finally, oh, there we go. Brilliant. Alley Cat is not naked and she's got coffee. Sounds good to me. Come on in, Alley Cat. Join the chat. You know there's no dress code though, yeah? Oh dear. Let's knot this off. No worries, Nico. I'll see you in a second. Done and done. There we go. So we can see that we've got a nice little folded hexagami. Bit of texture on there now for the centre of my things. Oh, good morning, Ironbandsgram. Good morning, morning. I need to make your hexies, Ironbandsgram, for your subscription, because I think I'm 2 months behind. I've missed you both times. So I've just finished making my hexagami. I'm going to make Ironbandsgram 2 hexies to say thank you for subscribing, because it's awesome. Let's pop them to one side, and I'm going to make you green ones, Ironbandsgram, unless you particularly want a different colour. But I'm going to make you your subscription hexies. I'm losing everything today, Ironbandsgram. I've lost a whole packet of papers. I've had to just make some. Don't know what's going on. Gremlins. Green is always good. I've got this lovely green, and on screen it always looks a bit meh, but it really is a good green. Oh, Zaranya, you're still here. Oh, thank goodness. I thought you'd disappeared there. I too. Oh God. Brain. I like all colours. I'm a rainbow. I like a rainbow with a bit of black and white. Watching some more. I'm just stitching some more. Someone online about varied reactions among the pagan community to the new Netflix. Oh, okay. I haven't seen that yet, Alley Cat. What was the general response then? Anybody called the rainbows? So I bet Celeste would like the mandala quilt that I've been working on. Oh dear. You caught the first few episodes, did you? I haven't seen it yet. I'll have to check and see if it's been released. Oh, you hear it's pretty dark. Oh. You tried making a quilt with your stepmom once and she kind of gave up on you. Oh no. Never give up. Oh dear. Right then, let's get some more thread in here. In fact, I better write Ironbandsgram's name on here. Oh, witch equals Satanist thing. No. Oh, of course, Zaranya. Yes. Purple. Done. Done and done. I completely forgot because you. That's what you resubscribed, didn't you? Whilst I wasn't actually on, but it was in the chat. Oh dear. Witches are. They're very definitely not. Very definitely not. Oh my. Ironbandsgram. I'm just writing everybody's name on the papers at the moment because I haven't figured out how to mark on the front. Oh, and that's Zaranya. Can't forget Zaranya. We mustn't. Nika's got lemon balm and they're not afraid to use it. Oh dear. Yeah, purple is my favourite colour too, although it always looks blue on stream. Oh, do you know, I think Alley Cat, evil is one of those words. I just dislike the word evil so much, because I think it is bandied around everywhere, and it's just not a word that sits well with me. But I know what you mean. Everything is evil. But, oh dear, I'm just trying to catch up there because Celeste, I don't always see your messages. Bear with me. You need herbs, lots of herbs to make potions. Niku's got one of those hilarious. I love it, Niku. I love it. Scaring people away with your lemon balm. You do it. You do it. Oh dear. Do you see? Oh, the Celeste is adopting. I've got you. I've got you. Oh, brilliant! Every Halloween, you just you tell people you're dressed as a witch. This is it, Zaranya. The thing about evil is it's all about perception. Exactly, exactly. And the same with good. Good is also perception. So here we go. There's Zaranya's hexy going. We're nearly there. Keep checking the mic's still working now. Paranoid. Exactly. Evil is backwards alive. Or live. There we go. That's that one done. Oh. See, I should be at work. It's just not working today. There is Zaranya's all done. Thank you very much, Zaranya, for resubscribing. It was 3 months, wasn't it? So you should have a new chat badge now. You have the hexy spiral now. I was like, Annika, you've been a practicing pagan for 30 years. 30 plus. Wow. Do you know what? I don't think of myself as anything. I don't actually label myself. I just like to think I'm kind of a groovy, socially responsible, just live and let live. I really have no desire. Tiny Tan, no worries. Yes, good night, my darling. I will try and start again a bit earlier. I haven't got so many jobs to do this week, and hopefully we'll be doing the applique tomorrow. So thank you for calling in, because I know when I swap the time to be a bit later, it kind of knocks our friends down under off a little bit. But I'm really grateful that you showed up at all, Tiny Tan. Well, I hope your shoulder feels better tomorrow. Oh, here we go, we're getting there. So this is the first of Iron Band's grams hexies. You have to reassure people that you are not you're a non-flaky pagan. Oh my. Oh, and Nika, you've been a solitary witch, not following a book or path for about 2 to 3 years. Awesome. What came first, the chicken or the egg? Oh dear me. Who knows? Who knows, Celeste? Iron Bands Gram, there is your first one. That is for last month, for October. Thank you very much, Lee. And this is your one for November. She's turned to paganism, still trying to figure out what that definition is in her case. Ah. Seems a very broad label. I think that's it, isn't it? It's the label. I don't need one. I am Hexadoodle. Oh, here we go. Celeste or Celestial Connections. Oh. Ow, ow, ow. Keep stabbing myself just above the nail there. She's still working it. And this is it, I suppose it's whatever it means to the person, doesn't it? It's no shabby stabs. Oh, do you know what, Celeste, I've got to the point where I just think it's not a quilt until you've bled on it. Blood, sweat and tears in every one. Follows a non-Abrahamic, is that right? Faith, and self-identifies as such. Oh, you're mining quartz. Them things are sharp. I imagine they are, yeah. Iron Bandsgram, that's brilliant. Oh dear, all your witch books. Look on her face was priceless. Brilliant, brilliant. B-dubs, good morning. Good morning to you. How are you doing? I'm having a bit of an impromptu stream today. And so far, it's all been a bit, but we're getting there. We're getting there. So there we go, Iron Bandsgram. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. And Zarania, thank you to you too. It is awesome. Taking over the world, one hexie at a time. And I'll pop you in the pile. You can all go back in the hexie pot now. There we go. Oh, did I see you finished your Carpenter Star dress? I did not see. I did not see. Have you posted it on Instagram or? I've lost it. I've completely lost it, and I've barely started. Please do share if you want to pop a link in. Yeah, I think you are on the regulars. Eek. I'll have to check the regulars list and just make sure, but I'm sure you are. B-dubs. Worst case, you'll get timed out. Wait, Audemars didn't catch you. No, it didn't. Didn't catch for what? Oh, did not catch. Oh, Annika, I did see that. I did see that this morning. It was lovely. So many things. So many things happening all at once. Brilliant. Yeah, you are. You didn't get timed out. B-dubs, let's have a gander. Awesome sauce. Brilliant. That looks great. That must have been so scary though. Making that patchwork and then cutting it up again. Looks really good. Looks really good. Not sure if I can like it from here. I can like it from here. Oh dear. I did see that alley cat. It looks amazing. I love the colours. I love the colours. Why don't you pop a link into yours, alley cat, in case anybody here is not following you on Instagram. And there we go. That's kind of what we're going to do next. So this, because it doesn't use a template, is slightly too small. So we're just going to be a little bit persuasive. The nice thing with the hexie is that 4 of the sides are on the bias. So we'll just give it a little stretch. A little bit of a stretch. There we go. We'll make it fit. We will make it fit. I think, Zarania, I'm kind of the same. I've been trying to remember to post because I don't post. I get so kind of absorbed in what I'm doing. But at the same time, I don't know. People turn up or they won't. I don't really worry about it too much. Still doing my thing. Need to post your new glow. Oh, I did see some of them that you've done. I can't remember where I saw them now, but they looked. That was out on our Discord, wasn't it? They do look really interesting. Right, I don't want that needle for this next bit. I want something like that needle. Oh, you think cutting into quilting is scary? Try cutting into hand woven. I can imagine, because I'm guessing that will, once that starts to go, you can't really stop it, can you? In terms of unravelling and undoing itself. How did that work out with the glow pigment? Yeah, I think it worked, didn't it? But you had to fire them twice. Ah. Oh, here come the bin men again. Oh, Niku, what's that? What's that? What's that? Oh my gosh. That'd be an amazing tattoo, Niku. I keep knocking my table, sorry, which means I knock the lamp. Here are the bin men. Just going to throw everything from 10 feet away. That would be an amazing tattoo, Niku. If I had the strength and the bravery to have a tattoo done. Oh dear. So Zaranya just needs to fine-tune the application process. You found by testing that glue with a little water makes the pigment goes on much more evenly. Brilliant, brilliant. Niku, I will never have a tattoo. I just know I won't. I know I won't. You can make it for me if you want. Too much of a wimp, and I don't want anything on my body forever. I don't know. I've got me forever. I don't want to adorn it. Oh dear. So if you've done a good job with your weaving, it shouldn't be a problem with the unravelling, but in the beginning you keep expecting it to unravel. I see, I see. I know I've had like hand woven fabrics for quilting and they've gone, ugh, they've gone all over the place. That's why I stick to the batiks usually, because they're a bit more finely woven. They don't tend to ravel and fray as much. You need to work out how much pigment you think to see how bright the glow is. Oh. I was around, you're too afraid of needles to get a tattoo. I don't know what it is. Again, I think for me, I don't know. I don't need anything on the outside. It sounds really strange. Just for me personally, if I were to have a tattoo, it would be for me, and it probably wouldn't be visible to anybody else anyway. But it's all tattooed in my mind instead. You want more than the one you have on your shoulder. All right, you want more tattoos. Gotcha. So my niece is going for the full sleeve. She keeps adding more and more and more. But it just does not, doesn't appeal. Doesn't appeal to me personally. I can tell you that the fabric for the scarf is very stable and will actually make a great fabric for an overshirt. Oh wow. So how wide can you weave then, Alley Cat? I'm thinking for a shirt you would need a particular, you know, a certain width, wouldn't you? Or is the scarf done in? Iron Band's grandma would be covered in them, but hubby's not a fan. Oh, so you're not. Oh, I think I just changed my mind. I'm like a butterfly, and the thought of having one thing, just I don't think I could do it. Oh, so Celeste, you fancy doing the whole sleeve as well? Your goal is to have your right arm somewhat covered and your left arm partially covered and a bit on the chest, maybe. Wow. Well, go for it, you know, I mean, tell a story. Celeste, you think it's a fun way to collect memories, do you? Make sure it doesn't come unthreaded. So I'm just whip stitching these on as we're chattering away here, guys. I'm just going around that central hexie first, and then I will do the central seams. You'd want it to be wider for garment fabric. It can only weave about 24 inches. Yeah. You need to rejig. Yeah, that's it. Everything's possible, isn't it, I suppose? Yeah, by all means, chuck it up, Niku. By all means. I like that, Celeste, yes. We all have a piece, or we all are a piece, that's the thing. So I'm trying to stretch it because, like I say, it's not exactly an inch because I didn't use a template for folding around. But I can just stretch it and then clip it to hold it in place. Yeah, please put, there it is, da, da, da. This is right after you got it made, and this is the actual design. Let's do that one. Oh, it just looks so sore. Hurt like crazy. I am not surprised. That is so tender up there. Oh dear. What's that? So what is the writing? Karen, good afternoon, Karen. How are you? How are you? Niku's just been sharing pictures of his tattoo with us. Oh, your aunt took the first pic, so it's mirrored. I'm there. I'm there. I had to read that again. Oh dear. So there's lots of ways of accommodating the patterns, Alicat. Brilliant. And this is the thing, isn't it? When you know your thing, and I always find that when I'm watching you stream, I haven't got a clue what you're talking about half the time, but I love that I know that you know your stuff, and the fact that you're willing to just kind of share it with everybody, I think is amazing, Alicat. I really do. I'm kind of on a real mission. I need to get Twitch Creative out there because, you know, all this stuff is here. Oh no, Karen, you're full of cold. Oh, I think it's that time of year again, isn't it? The weather has very definitely turned for us. Lots of sunshine and showers today. So Alicat, you didn't think it was that bad, kind of like skinning your knee, only in 20-second bursts over the course of an hour. Oh god, less painful than childbirth. Yes. It is a beautiful and powerful thing. And I always say this, you know, if me sharing this with you does not take away from me in any way, shape or form. I can still stitch. It doesn't make me worse at stitching, but hopefully it might make somebody who wants to better at stitching. And if not, maybe I'll just keep you company for a bit and you can keep me company. Because sometimes it gets pretty lonely just sitting and stitching on your own. But I don't like going outside very often. So I'm just stretching this, and again I'm just going to pin it, clip it, and I'm just going to ease that seam in. When you've been on it for a while, you kind of get used to it, and it's more the sound that bothers you. Oh yes, yeah, I can imagine that constant buzzing, the buzzing. I think very definitely so, Alicat. Just watching you setting up the loom, I mean, that can take a couple of streams on its own, can't it? And I just don't think people appreciate it. I timed myself the other day making that sample for Hannah's room, and it took me 10 hours, start to finish, to make the fractured star. And that's a long time. That's a lot of investment in time. And sometimes I think people don't appreciate just how long it would be. It would take. So it took you about an hour for your tattoo, did it? Oh, yeah. Not for me. Da, da, da. Be cool to be able to stitch on video chat. Or younow.com. Oh God. Has like guest chat streaming. Oh, cool. That sounds cool. So it's one of those things. I do this anyway. When I'm not working, I'm doing this. You were so nervous you had to be laid on the table. Oh, bless you, on the living room while he made it, or I would have fainted. Oh no. Oh no, Niku. Exactly, Alley Cat. Just to set up, yeah, before you even actually start weaving. Oh God. I'm just going to give this a little press. Just persuade it to lie a little bit flatter. You're terrified of needles. Oh, well done then. Well done for going through with it, Niku. So the only problem with the hexies is obviously two sides are on the straight of grain, and so they're not as flexible. But let's do what we can. Do what we can to try and get these to fit. You had to set up your mind. Well, good for you if you're sticking with it. You did it. No worries, Celeste. Eat and watch a movie. Sounds like a plan. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. 6 AM. Oh my goodness me. Definitely. Definitely. I would go and chill out for a little while. And Alley Cat, that's absolutely fine. That is absolutely fine. You know, I always appreciate that you're here at all. And yes, kiddo needs to be at school, so you go get her ready. I'll be here stitching, don't worry. Oh, I think I now have a cold caramel latte. Oh dear. No worries, Celeste, thank you. I will see you soon. Have a great day if I don't see you before, and I'm back tomorrow. So if you're about and up early, do call in, say hello. Oh, here we go. Just keep readjusting. Bobbles 32, hey baby, how are you? Are you alright? Is it lunchtime? Lunchtime already? I don't suppose you've seen my papers anywhere. I sat down to start stitching and I couldn't find my papers. We've had to MacGyver some jewel shapes this morning so I can finish this off. Oh no, packed restaurants and you're eating at the desk. Oh, don't get any crumbs in your keyboard. Is it anything good today? Probably in a bag somewhere. I had them last night before I went to bed though. That's what I don't get. They were here and now they're not. And I know that means I am going to find them as soon as I stop streaming. Oh, steak sandwich. Dang. Don't make me hungry, people. I'll admit to stealing some of the kids' cereals this morning. I had the Cookie Crisp. Just sugar bombs. Niku is always hungry. I know, bless you. You are. You started the day with pancakes, didn't you, Niku? I do like me a pancake. Yeah, the Cookie Crisp cereals were very, very sugary. I think they were definitely before school, send the kids off to be somebody else's problem. Definitely not for supper, because I think they'd be bouncing off the walls. Oh, there we go. Just take that clip out of the way now. We're getting the thread caught on it. So you start most of your days with pancakes, but you're running out of eggs. Oh no, so I've got to figure something out. How many eggs do you use in your pancakes then, Niku? I tend to make, they're kind of like an American style pancake, but I suppose they're what the Scottish would call a Scotch pancake, or a dropped scone. So I can get away with just using one egg in that mixture. But I know some of the American recipes I've seen call for a lot of egg whites and things. You need to get yourself some chickens. Not that they would work out in an apartment, but I love the idea of having chickens, just not the reality. So you only use one egg as well. New breakfast recipes that don't involve dairy and refined sugar. I just don't normally, so that doesn't involve dairy or sugar. So Hexy Hubby's a big fan of muesli, aren't you? That tends to be your go-to. Rolled oats and raisins and things. Tend to make up a big batch, add to it. Oh wow, I'll make it with banana. 1 egg, banana, baking powder, oat flour and cinnamon, as well as a bit of honey. Oh wow. See, the ones I make are literally just egg, flour, pinch of salt and some milk. I've never put a banana in before. Refined sugar makes you addicted. Oh gosh. I know we've been trying really hard to cut down on sugar. I've dropped it from all my drinks now, so I don't add sugar to hot drinks anymore. But it is hard. But you do get that sugar high and then you get that sugar low. It's the low that's worst. Mash up the banana and the egg and baking powder and boom, pancake batter. Oh, I'm learning. I'm learning. Does that mean I could use up the old bananas? You know, the ones that nobody will eat after they've stopped looking so nice? Because I normally, if I can be bothered, I'll make like banana bread with those or something. But I could just mash up the old banana. All bananas. I might have to try that then. I might have to try that. Okay, so now they're all stitched on, we're just going to stitch these side seams. And then I've finished the last of the poinsettias, and then we can start on making the leaves. Because like I say, in my head this looks really good, and I think it's looking as good as I hoped it would. I'm kind of feeling quite happy with this one, which is always nice. You have to mix the things, of course. Yeah. I will definitely mix them. Oh, if only you could just throw things in a bowl and have it happen, that would be great. can make cookies out of bananas and oats as well. Ooh. I have used them. I think I've made them like muffins and like I say, banana bread. I make like a cake, more of a cake than bread, with the bananas and some walnuts and tea, cold tea. Oh, at least the gremlins seem to have gone away, touch wood, on the stream for now. Everyone can still hear me. We lost sound, didn't we, earlier? Whole thing just dead. No mic. But I think that is the Elgato, so I've disabled that now, so that's okay. Let's just clip that edge and stow along here. Ow, ow, ow. I'm getting excited now. I can't keep up with the stitching. Must stitch quicker. I want it finished because I want to start the applique. Mash the banana, add about 100 ml oats, mix, and then place them on a lined baking tray. Wow. And that's it, is it? 12 minutes and you have fudgy cookies. Right. I'm totally copying and pasting this. That's it. Copy. Where's my notepad? I'm saving this. I'm saving this. Oh my goodness. Brain work. I can never find anything anymore. Oh. Right, we're there. We're done. We're done. I'm saving that. Saving that, Niku. Because I love making biscuits with the boys, but yes, sugar, syrup. There's a lot of it usually in biscuits. 2 bananas for the cookies. No problem. Yeah, because we go through like bananas. They tend to they ripen really quickly sometimes, and I end up throwing bananas away because nobody will eat them, and I can't eat one once it's not firm anymore. I just can't bring myself to do it, and I feel like it's such a waste. Yes, banana cookies, and welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. We need to get Niku. Niku's going to have to pop this into Discord, I think, in the recipe section, because Niku makes cookies out of bananas and oats, and that's it. And just saying, I like the sound of that a lot. So I'm just going to travelling round, and I'm just travelling around by stitching through the fabrics. Can be frozen. Definitely, yes please, Niku. Yes please. Oh, Ironbands Graham, you put the banana in your drink. Oh, do you mean like smoothie? Oh no. Oh my goodness, it's the junior school again. Bear with me, guys. Sorry guys, I'm so sorry. I'm on a complete like alert now with the junior school after what happened yesterday. Everything is fine. That's just the teachers following up to say they've had a chat with everybody and all is well. All is well. So if you're watching Bubbles, it's all good. I'll catch up with chat now. I'm so sorry. It's nearly time for my break anyway, but yeah, everything is fine at school. Yes, there's a smoothie. For some reason, Iron Bandsgram, I just got visions of a banana in my coffee and I was just thinking, oh God, no. I tell you, this stream, oh God, I don't know what's going on with me today. Oh dear, dear, dear. Right, oh, sorry, Niku's gone. Sorry, Niku, missed you there. Your flatmate teased you about banana cakes, so this sounds interesting. It does. I like to make what we call banana bread, which is more of a cake. Banana bread with the leftover bananas. And I quite like to put walnuts and things in with that. But I very rarely have the walnuts in stock. I almost have to go out to buy them. So I don't always make that one. Homemade kefir and bananas, tasty. Oh, it all sounds good. Hello, and welcome to the stream, you Hexy thing. Glad to finally catch me. Well, it's awesome. Welcome. Renaissance Tinkerdork. That's a mouthful, but never mind. I'll get there. So I don't normally stream on a Thursday. This is a bit of a catch-up stream because I had to finish my stream yesterday a little bit earlier than anticipated. And I really want to stitch this idea out that I had, and I could see it in my sleep, and then I couldn't sleep because I could see this thing in my sleep, and so I started making it yesterday, and hopefully over the next couple of streams we'll get it finished. Banana bread, your favourite. I do like it, I have to say. I do like it. I have to I make it for my father-in-law as well to stay on his good side. Oh dear. The banana cake has a whole story behind it. Okay, let's have a look, Gal. Dad used to make delicious chocolate cakes, and then one day he changed the chocolate for bananas. Chocolate is way better than bananas. Boop, 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 boop. Hello, my lovely. I'm back again today, and thank you for the host. Thank you for the host. It is much appreciated. Oh, look out, I can totally feel the disappointment. I would think chocolate is not the same as bananas at all. Oh, now you want banana bread. Oh no. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I'm not sure how we got onto this discussion, but I think it's because Niku makes pancakes out of bananas, which I thought was amazing. How is Mini Hexy? Absolutely fine. Why are you shouting? No, they're absolutely fine. They're absolutely fine, thank you. Technically, I think it's Maxi Hexy because I have a Maxi and a Mini. But yeah, he's all right. He's all right, I think. He will heal. He will heal. No real damage done, but I just felt it was... I would rather have him at home with me. So I went to school to pick him up. And have him snuggle on the sofa and play Railway Empire with me. Oh dear. Oh, Nikki, you wrote you would share the cookies recipe first and then wrote out the recipe for the pancakes. Just write out all the recipes. It's absolutely fine with us. So yes, Nika is filling the recipe section of the Discord with these awesome uses for bananas. Boys, indeed, boys. Indeed. Although at least with boys it is just a quick smack and it's over with. Girls, it can be a little more catty. I think I've got just enough thread to stitch one more seam. Just trying to travel through. It's alright, let's get back onto the desktop so you can see. I've just realised you can't even see what I'm doing. Look, that's my back from break button on the Stream Deck. I need to change the programming. Niku loves food. You do, don't you? You're always hungry, it would seem, Niku. Have we got? Yeah, we've got enough thread. We can do this. We can do this. There we are. So yes, I had to end, and I'm not at work today, so I thought, you know what? I might as well stream because I was itching to stitch this project. And so we are streaming it today as well. Which means we're back again tomorrow. It's like you've never got rid of me this week. Come on. I'm unraveling. I'm unraveling. Food is almost a passion. You love to cook and explore tastes and recipes. I would like to be more passionate about food, I have to be honest. I think at the moment, Niku, I'm very much in that I just need to feed people every single day. And, and that means I have to stop sewing to go and do grown-up things and feed little people. So I don't, I'm not very adventurous in my cooking these days. And I find with the boys, anything too adventurous and they don't want to eat it. Is it okay to bring up the peanut butter cheesecake? Yeah, that's the bomb. I make the best peanut butter cheesecake. Except it's different every single time because I don't have a recipe, I just wing it. But I am going to make another one soon, I promise, Bubbles, and I will write it down. I think that was one of those things I saw on like a Facebook video or something. But again, in this country we don't have graham crackers. And it seems that every other recipe for cheesecake has graham crackers in, except we can't get those in this country. And I have no idea what a graham cracker tastes like, so I had to make it up. But it worked okay, didn't it, Bubbles? It was fine. Where am I? I'm really pushing this tiny bit of thread. It's going to fray on me any second. I just need to get to the end of the seam. Must get to the end of the seam. There we go, here we go. Last one. Last one. Yay! We made it. We didn't shred it completely. Okay, so I've just got two more. Just got to stitch these two seams, and then we've got a finished. Our final poinsettia is finished. We can get started on the applique. And I really like combining the applique with the hexagons because they're my two favourite things to do. It's always nice when I can get them to work together. So I'm just, this is a machine thread masterpiece. So I'm just running beeswax over it because it has a tendency to shred if I don't with the hand stitching. Because being for machine use, it's designed to go through pierce fabric once, whereas I pull it through many layers, many times, and it gets frayed and shredded. So that's why I run it through wax, and it stops it from tangling as well, which is nice, because we don't like threads tangling either. I'm just going to trim the end off so I can thread it. There we go. Right then, last two seams, here we go. Here we go, here we go. So we'll quickly whip down here and then I will dig out the other stuff. Everyone suddenly wants to talk to you at once. I was thinking exactly the same thing, Boop. That's fine. You can just lurk. I'm glad you said something because I was starting to worry that everything had frozen up again. Because I lost sound a little while ago and nobody could hear me. There we go. I said I've not seen Arky in a little while. Is she okay, Boop? Been waiting for her to come along so we can put on Arky's awesome playlist that she made for the stream with all the songs designed to earworm me. Oh. Let's get that out. Just fold that out of the way a second. There we are. Last one now, guys. We'll give it a good squash with the iron. And this one is a little bit wonky donk because I had to make some papers on the fly because I can't find the ones that I had yesterday. I'm not sure where they've gone. They're around somewhere. They're around somewhere. So I haven't decided if I'm going to hand applique or machine applique yet. Probably machine because it'll be quicker. But can totally do it by hand as well. Oh no, working a lot and a bit stressed. Oh no, that's not good. Stress is never good. As long as she's okay though, that's all that matters to me, Boop. Recipe is posted. Yay, Niku. Thank you. Thank you for sharing them with us, seriously. I'm going to try these out on the kids later. She says hi and boops me. Well, hi, Arky. I'm sorry you're so stressed at work. Down with the man. But at least I know you're alive. And that makes me happy. Yay, as does finishing my seam. That's it, all done. We're just going to run that thread through there to hide it. Try not to come out on the front because we don't want to see it. We don't want to see it. No, 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 no. Okay. So it's a little bit kind of, I can't even think, there's no words today. It's not flat. Crumpled. I don't know. But I'm just going to squish it down now. Persuasively press it into position. And I'm hoping that once I stitch it down, it will also, you know, behave itself a little bit better. And if not, we will get some steam out, because if I steam press, the steam will just relax it a little bit, and then I can squash it with something heavy, which I'm going to do now, and let that just put something heavy on it whilst it's cooling, and hopefully it will cool flat. You have major respect. Can't imagine having to support clients that literally scream and scratch at you. Do you know what? Neither can I, Boop, and I don't think anybody should. I don't think anybody should have to do that. Yeah, exactly. Muchos respect. I suspect I would be locked up if I had to deal with people like that all the time. Fingers crossed. It all gets sorted. So that's reflecting as well. Brilliant. All whilst management takes the mick. It's tricky though, isn't it? Because I tend to just walk out in situations like that. But, you know. Unfortunately, somebody has to. Well, yeah, they shouldn't have to, but they do. And in this case, it is the amazing Arky is dealing with that for us. So how's that? That's a little bit better. It's a little bit flatter. Like I say, bit of steam. Soon get that done. Oh, Zoran, you've been there, done that. Yeah. I think Hexy Hubby started out on the help desk. Gosh, many moons ago. Hexy Hubby. Still needs lunch break. In fact, I want to say about 20 years ago, started out on the help desk. And yeah, it's not nice. Shh. Yeah, because you're only 21, aren't you? 97, 21 years ago. Oh, oh, Zaranya, I couldn't do it. I could not do it. I don't suffer fools very well at all. Oh. Niku wants baked pizzas, but have to make the dough and don't have any meat. Oh no, 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 no. I quite like making toast pizzas when I can't quite do it. I just toast some bread and I put some baked beans and grated cheese, a bit of ham, if I've got some sliced ham or something on the top. Sprinkle of herbs, pizza out of toast. There we go. That's a little bit flatter now, so we can pop that one. It's going to go over there, look. So I'll have a quick rejig, but you can kind of see how we're going, where it's going. Ugh. So that is the poinsettias made. So now I need to make some bias tape to do these sections, and then the 4 leaves to stitch down. Baked beans on pizza must be an English thing. Oh no, Alika, I would never ever ever put baked beans on an actual pizza. But I do it for the kids. I do it for the kids as a kind of a quick lunch treat. I would never put them on an actual pizza dough, but on a slice of bread with grated cheese and sliced ham or chorizo, pepperoni, that will do. Oh, you have a block of cheese meant for slices. Can you just grate a little bit off the side? I don't know. Yeah, beans. It is essentially beans on toast, but I just call it bean pizza because then the kids go, "Ooh, pizza," and they'll eat it. Don't ask me why. And I love that the eldest won't eat beans on toast, but if I sprinkle cheese on it and call it a pizza, he'll eat beans on toast. So there we go. There we go. Oh no, Nika, you don't think it'll even melt? That could be a problem. Is that really cheese? Is that really cheese if it won't melt? Oh, Boop. Right, I see where Boop is coming from now. Yes. And that is not an easy situation at all. Muchos respectos to Arky, who cannot be with us because, yes, she's doing something that probably most of us couldn't do. I know that I couldn't do it. Oh dear. Right, guys, I have done the poinsettias. I'm going to step away from my PC for a minute and make another chemical poop storm coffee because that one went cold. Chemicals and all. So I'll make another coffee. Probably grab something quick to eat because you're all talking about food. I'm feeling a bit peckish. And then we're going to come back and we're going to do the applique things. So I will see you about 10 minutes, guys, okay? TTFN. Hey guys, I am back. And I've just had a complete dull moment. Boops, boops, booping everyone. Guys. Yeah, behave yourselves. I'm back now. Have another coffee. Yeah, I was just having a sort out on the desk to find the fabric for the next step. And I don't know if you guys can see it, because I can see it now. What's this over here? Dang nabbit, it was my papers. The 1-inch jewels that I couldn't find at the start of the stream. Oh my gosh, yes, the 1-inch papers I couldn't find. There they are, the little devils had obviously just dropped off down the side of my desk. So, not a happy chicken, but anyway, we MacGyvered some papers, we carried on. I'm a bit cross with myself. Boobles is innocent. Yeah, right. You started Assassin's Creed Odyssey last night. Yay! I've been playing Railway Empire at the moment, and I think I've rage quit that game so many times, and I think I failed chapter 4 about 8 times last night, and I'm properly having a sense of humour failure about it. But I'm going to try again tonight, damn it. I will crack it. It's so fun and beautiful. What's so fun and beautiful? Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Is it that good, huh? Oh my. Right, so I'm going to slurp on this coffee, and then we're going to do some applique leaves. And I think I'm going to use my starch method today, because I don't have any water-soluble paper at the moment, and frankly I'm managing without. Your girlfriend got it for you. Yay for girlfriends! Brilliant. Have you been streaming it at all, Boop? In fact, let's do the streamer shout out. Whilst I'm just drinking my coffee whilst it's hot. So if you are watching and you stream and you're on the regulars list, !me will shout yourself out. So please shout yourselves out, because I know that Boop streams. I know Alicat streams. Meg is crafty. I don't know if you stream or not, Meg. And hello, Meg. Sorry, you must have popped in just as I popped out to pop the kettle on. Yay! Stream Elements works for Boop. Brilliant. Boop. Oh, we'll shout out Arky as well. Does Arky stream? She does, doesn't she? I think she streams with you. Let's stick her in. I'll just reach over here. Oh, you just craft, Meg. You're just a crafting machine. Why did I don't have that. That's just ridiculous, Alison. Oh, you can tell I'm kind of like, it's an off day because I don't stream on a Thursday. I obviously don't have that capacity for my brain. Should we try it again? Let's. Oh, can I? Is that going to work this time? Check out Arky, guys. And so you can hear us streaming with Boop sometimes, don't you? You stream together. You were doing that zombie one. She's going to stream Spyro. Then definitely follow Arky. Give everybody a follow, because follows are free. Oh, 007. Thanks. Boop. I'm losing the will to live. 3rd time lucky. Let's do. Follow the other Arky, whoever that is. I'm sure they're awesome too. Oh, you shouted her out. Thank you. Can I just crawl into a hole somewhere? Oh, Alicat, you're going to stream today instead of tomorrow because things. No worries. What time are you planning to go on then? Bought the wallet pattern you've been making, and she hasn't been getting into it well. Oh no. So she said she might just let me do them. Yay. Is that the necessary clutch wallet? For Emmeline bags, isn't it? But, is it a Monday for you? Do you know, it feels like a Monday. I don't know. I think having to crash out the stream yesterday because of the problems at school, I've just not got back into the rhythm. Oh dear. Oh. Yeah, Meg has been making squillions of these things in some really beautiful fabric combinations. it is Thursday today, isn't it? Yeah. Every day is a stitch day, and it's just like, what is going on? How is it Thursday already? I don't know. I don't know. I normally work on a Thursday, but Roxana is away at a quilt show, and I'm not going to that one, so I thought I'd stream and catch up. Ay. So what we're doing now? We're going to do leaves. We're going to do leaves in a minute. Never could get the hang of Thursday. I'm normally just a zombie. I just go to work and cut fabric and then come home. How did November happen? That's what I would like to know. That's what I would like to know. Because it's nearly my 1 year stream anniversary thing, whatever. I think I started streaming in December last year, which I cannot get my head around. Cannot get a hand. Oh, Meg. You'll need to watch then, for sure. Make sure you give Arky a follow, and then you'll be able to watch it. I haven't figured out streaming games. I tend to play PC games, but I haven't quite figured that out yet. And my resting bitch face. I take games very seriously, and probably wouldn't be much company whilst I'm trying to beat this stupid railway empire. You kept wondering why your grandson was sending you his Christmas list. Yeah, it's here, oh god. When you get to hit 100 follows of your comic. Are you nearly there then, Niku? Oh, are you nearly there? In which case we'll definitely, let's get you to 100. Right, that's better. That's better. We're on the decaf now. Just chill. On the decaf, chill out. 93 on the Niku comic. Oh, guys, if anybody's watching and you don't follow Niku, please, please, please give Niku a follow. So she'll get the new Spyro on Tuesday and should be streaming on that day. Huzzah! Huzzah! I'm not surprised she's off to bed now. Good night, Arky. Niku needs to get to 100. Yeah, I already follow, so we can't. Okay, desk view. Ta-da! To the desk. Right, there's the pattern. We don't need that right now. What we need right now are the templates for the leaves. Oh yeah, Niku, on you or the comment. I don't know if I'm following the comic. I might need to do that instead. Yay! So I'm going to be doing freezer paper applique. Freezer paper and starch is what I'm planning to do. So I need to cut one each of these. But first things first, freezer paper. You can get hold of this quite easily in the States, can't you guys? I think you can buy it just in the supermarket. It's waxed paper, but we can press that and that wax melts and adheres to fabric. This is just something I've used for something else. But what I'm doing first, I'm actually ironing it first. I'm pressing it first because it does shrink ever so slightly. But freezer paper will shrink slightly, so I'm just pressing it. And it's difficult to see here, but it's bubbling up. This is where it's shrinking. So I'm just shrinking my paper. I'm going to let it cool, and I can peel it off, and then I can trace. I can trace my templates onto there and cut it out. And whilst I'm doing that, whilst that's cooling, we can dig out the starch. My little starch jar. And I need a paintbrush. Blinking jewel pieces that I couldn't find earlier. No worries, Ironbands Gram. Thank you so much just for hanging out at all. And yeah, lurk away. Lurk away. I'm happy for lurkers. Niku needs to pee. I suggest, Niku, you deal with that then. Not something we can help you with. Right then. Right, we'll let that just cool down. And then we'll trace it cut it out and I'll press it onto the fabric to give me my shapes. And this is much easier than trying to trace through fabrics, especially something like this green, which is quite dark. I don't have a light box, so it's quite tricky to trace. Oh, do you, Boop? Do you? Nope, you're good. Okay then, that's all right then. Okay, that's cooling, so I'm just going to peel that off now. Great way of cleaning your ironing board too. A little bit of static cling, but peel that off, and then we're just going to trace. And then we're going to... You'll do that, so see ya! No worries, no worries, no worries. We'll see you later, potatoes. So I've used this paper for something else, but I don't need it for that anymore. So I'm just going to put that down there, and I'm going to trace over it with a pen. If we can find a pen. Pens are good. Oh, Boop, are you talking to me now, my lovely? Or are you talking to Niku, who's off to do more comic-y stuff, I think, maybe? Oh, go out with the news. That's what they're doing. Paper round. Paper round. Which sounds really derogatory, but... Boop, I am working on a Christmas poinsettia hexagami quilty thing. I was having a kind of dreams about it the other night, and I can't visualize things so well, so I tend to find it's just easier to make them in fabric and see if it's going to work or not. So that's what I'm doing. So I have a rough idea. That's kind of the plan that I had. I need to put some hexagamis, but I didn't have time to draw them in electric quilt, so I just left it blank because I know what I meant. And now you can see in real life, they are the 3 poinsettia flowers that I've made already. And now we're going to do the leaves and the vine for this. And then I'm going to border it. This red is actually going to be this Christmassy fabric that I've been hoarding for some time. So we're going to use that as the setting corner triangles. And we'll see how it looks. We'll see how it looks when we finish. Like I said, I'm demonstrating next year at the Quilters Guild, British Isles Quilters Guild AGM, all about the hexagamis, and I just get this weird fraud syndrome panic set in that, you know, I'm not going to have enough samples and whatnot. So I've got about 50 different things I want to make before May, and so I need to just get on and make them, really. So this is one of them. So you can see that I can see through the paper. I'm just going to trace this. And I don't worry about being super accurate because it's not life-threatening if it's not super accurate. But accurate enough will do. We are a guild right here. We are. The guild of most excellent, extraordinary people. But the nice thing about accepting these kind of gigs, I don't like to teach. I don't really like to go out in person at all. But it's a way to promote Twitch. So that's the way I'm looking at these things now, is it's kind of not about me, it's about Twitch. It's a bigger thing. And we need more people to realise that we are here doing our thing, and that everybody is welcome, everybody can join in. We've got an awesome community going. And like I say, for me, twitching and stitching has saved my sanity. So I would like to get more people on here if we can. So there we go, that one is C, that one is B. So yeah, I've just made a note on the pattern which one's a which, and then I'm going to transfer that. We're a Hexy Guild. We are. So this is like my version of a quilting bee or a quilting group without having to leave the house. Twitching and stitching, the guild motto, absolutely. I was thinking that might be my article kind of headline. If I say to people, and what's weird is I find it much easier to say that I'm a Twitch creative streamer than I do to say I'm a quilter. Isn't that bizarre? But I get the fraud syndrome again about being a quilter. Ish. Bit off the lines there. That's D. No quilt police allowed. Nope, no quilt police. Not here. There we go. Oh, I can kind of see. and that is E. So I'm just going to cut these out now on the lines, or as close to as I can, and then I can iron these onto the fabrics and cut them out. In fact, what I'm going to do first, I'm going to put this onto another layer of freezer paper, because that's going to give it a bit more stability when I come to do the starchy bit. Noisy paper, noisy, noisy. So let's iron that paper down. Why do we do that to ourselves, badly criticise? I don't know, Meg. I think we all do, don't we? Especially when it's something creative. My hardest thing is that people just don't get what I do. And if they do understand what I do, they don't understand why I do what I do. And neither do I. I am just compelled to stitch. And if I don't stitch, I is a bitch. So I have to do something. Trim that off. That will do. We always hope that we can do better. Absolutely. And I think deep down, I think we all know we can do better. I always think so. I always think I can do better. So let's just shrink that little bit down as well. Let it cool. This holds the heat quite well, this little pressing board, so yeah, I always think I can do better. Oh no, yeah, and when it doesn't look like that, we all think we should have been able to do better. Yeah, I'm getting better at accepting that, like I say, I'm kind of, this is my journeyman phase, that I am just still, I've kind of played with all different techniques in quilting. I found the ones that I like to do, like the applique, the paper piecing, and now this is my journey of just getting better at those particular things. But I always get nervous when you stand up in front of a group. I always feel like I'm not telling you how to do it, this is just how I do it. And Savannah has a t-shirt that says, I make things because I get sad if I don't. Yeah, exactly. And Sarandria's fine. You love, love, love free motion. I think I'm definitely going to do that next year, because it's one of those things that I have not ever taken time to learn or practice. But I think obviously I would get a lot more quilts finished quickly if I could graduate. I like hand quilting, I love hand quilting, but it's a very slow process. And I like quilting by machine, but I'm still a straight line quilter. And so there are limitations as to what I can quilt with a walking foot on and my feed dogs up. So I've been watching Leah Day Free Motion Quilting Project. She has lots of little YouTube videos with all different designs and things on, and I'm tempted to kind of almost stitch along each day, just have a go at another design and see how I get on. It was surprisingly easy, brilliant. The problem was the bottom half where the tail was. And why do you think that was a problem? Gosh, that's still very hot. Very hot. Put that there so I don't burn myself. Peel that back off again. You must have pinned it wrong, maybe. The top bunched a bit in some areas and you had to kind of tack it down. Yeah, I have to, I mean, most of quilting, the success comes from getting those 3 layers basted. Getting those 3 layers basted as best as you can. So you can still see there's a few bubbles in that from where it shrank. Oh dear, looks like a total amateur did it. Oh no. But this is the thing, because you can recognise good quilting and bad quilting. You think yours is bad, but I bet most people looking at it will just won't see that. They won't see that. So I'm going to rough cut these first and then trim it on the lines. I kept plans to use a swirly quilting template, but to quilt on the machine. We'll see how that works out. Absolutely. I mean, with my walking foot quilting, I can do curved designs and things, but I can't do like the stipple and things with it's too much adjusting and changing positions. You're too embarrassed to show it. You shouldn't be, Zarania, because the subject matter, the quilt itself, is stunning. I'll have to get my first quilt out again and show you all, because that really is, when I look at it, I just think, God, that's terrible. But I love it. We all love it. We still use it. You don't mind showing the top half? Well, there you go. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Dude, exactly. Anybody that makes anything with their hands, or otherwise, to be fair, if you make it yourself, you are all amazing. And that's your design as well, Zarania. There's so many, it's so much more than just its quilting. Yay, Alley Cat. We'll get the machine on it now. If the table is cleared off, get the machine on it now so you can't put anything else there. So now I'm cutting out on the lines. So this is my, so there's no seam allowances on these shapes. This is just the finished shape of the leaf. I've lost my good paper scissors. I've now got my kids' scissors, but they work. I know, right, Zarania? Her mosaics are amazing. There we go. We're getting there. We're getting there. Oh, shucks. No. Credit where credit's due. So, we need to build each other up, don't we? Build each other up, not put each other down. There we are. Here we go. Try not to get confused by the other lines that we're on. You feel bad because you haven't been doing any work on them for a while. Oh, I'm sorry to hear it, Boo. Is there a reason why you've not been working on them, or do you feel there's a reason why you've not been working on them? I know it's like when you lose your sojo or your mojo, your creative mojo, it can be awful. But I hate it when I kind of started the week. I was a bit like that. I just felt a bit, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. Why am I doing this? Why am I even on Twitch? What you know? And you have these little moments. But I just go visit somewhere inspiring. Go find somewhere with awesome floors to look at, and you'll soon want to get back on it. Oh, it's been a crazy couple of months. Okay, Sparva, good morning to you. Good morning. What mischief? There's never mischief here. Ever, ever, ever. You had to be here earlier. Complete mischief. Everything went missing. But, we're working on Christmas things. You can say the C word. We're working on a Christmassy project today. And just cutting out some leaf templates for some applique. We hope. Ish. Ish. Definitely an ish patchwork of me. So I don't need those now because I've traced them and transferred them to the freezer paper. We can now get the fabrics out. Let's see what we got. Is that going to fit? So I want roughly 1/4 inch, maybe a little bit less. That looks good to me. So what I can do now, I'm ironing this on the good side. That's the wrong side of the fabric. This is the right side. I'm going to iron this onto the right side of the fabric. And we'll just let that cool on there a moment. Let's see what else we've got. Oh, Zarania. Dry spell happened when you were getting ready to move. Oh, that is the worst. I remember when we were moving house, and I had to look at that. It's almost like it was made for it. Oh, thank you so much for the follow. I can't quite. Pixie Firefly, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. We are well on our way now to getting 250 hex addicts. It's awful when when I was moving. I remember having like lots of little project boxes, so I still had things I could work on once everything was packed away. So, Boop wants to go to Cirencester. Museum there is filled with Roman mosaics. Oh, definitely. When I was, I used to live in Swindon. Boop, and when they were building our houses, they found no end of Roman artifacts and things. Everything got delayed for ages, and I think a lot of those are now at the museum in Cirencester. And I think somewhere as well on our honeymoon. Oh God, nearly 20 years ago on our honeymoon, we went to Cyprus for a week, and there were some amazing Roman mosaics and things uncovered there. I'll have to pop the pictures up for you, Boot, to have a look, because I think we had one of the first digital cameras. It's like huge Kodak digital camera for our wedding. I know we took photos of them. Oh, I've put those on the wrong side. They want to be on the right side. The joy of freezer paper, it just peels off. Dang nabbit. Should we try again? Iron it on the right side of your fabric. Oh my word. So many bloopers. This might have to be a how not to stitch stream. There we go. Let's just let those all cool. Indeed, welcome to the Hexie Guild. Oh my, it's getting a bit warm now as well. So whilst that's cooling, let's dig out. You thought the other side was the wrong side. No, this is, yes, I want to iron them onto the right side of the fabric. That is the wrong side of the fabric. This is the right side of the fabric, and so I want to iron them onto here first, because I'm going to cut them out with the seam allowance, and I'll show you how I'm going to use the waxy paper to hold my seam allowances. Did a walk with your aunt's walking group last year and got lost trying to find the bus home. Oh no. Oh, well, that was a happy accident then, Boop, if you got to see the wall of mosaic right there. Just getting yourself to do a day there. Yeah, it is a long bus trip, isn't it, to Ciren? My sister used to work at the bank in Cirencester, and it was a heck of a journey. Just from Swindon. Just from Swindon, it was a bit of a pain. I think she's over at Chippenham now. So she was in earlier on stream. So here we go. We're just cutting this out, and I'm being kind of generous there with my seam allowance. See, it is all backwards, but it will turn out right in the end, Zaranya. Oh, let me just allow. Apparently this is I don't think that's aggressive at all. We've had the opportunity to go to Legoland. Oh my gosh. We have a Legoland here, but it's very expensive. Right, let's get that out of the way. Oh, and then you moved to Oklahoma. Oh. What sights and things do you have in Oklahoma City, Zaranya? Just whip round here. There we go. That looks pretty good. And I'm kind of blunting the edges off there. I don't really want the tips on, because when we come to fold the seam allowances, it just makes it a bit trickier. The Cowboy Hall of Fame. Fantastic. Have you been yet, Zaranya? I'm trying to think, what do we have here? I live very close to the National Space Centre here in the UK, obviously famed for our space exploration. We do have a National Space Museum, and that is in Leicester, which is not far from where I live. And to be fair, there's some good stuff there. Actually, there is some good stuff in there. I have been quite a few times. A museum, a couple of Native American cultural centres, Museum of Osteology. Oh, and of course we have Richard III, who was famously found buried under a car park here in Leicester, and he has now been moved to Leicester Cathedral. Oh, tomorrow you got the doctors and you don't like to go out on the weekends. Oh, maybe you should just go for it next week. It's tricky, isn't it? I find sometimes if I plan too far ahead, I get a little bit kind of stressed. It gives me too much time to get anxious and worked up. So I've been trying harder to be a bit more kind of spontaneous and giving myself like an hour's notice to do something. But that is scary. It's scary to do. Woo, Richard III! Yay! My horse, my kingdom for a horse. Oh, you think you saw the documentary about that? Brilliant. Yeah. There's not an awful lot going on around here. The Yale Peabody Museum about 45 minutes away, and the Wadsworth Athenaeum about 15 minutes away. Fantastic. I have quite a few stately homes nearby. Cork Abbey is one of my favourites. It's not actually an abbey at all, but that's a really good, it's an unstately home. So it was given to the National Trust when the incumbent passed away. They left it to, but he was a hermit. He didn't go out, and the place was completely run down, and all the rooms are just stuffed full of stuff. And they've left it that way. They literally just maintain the building, and they've just left these rooms crammed with all the artifacts gathered by the family over hundreds of years, and it's really fascinating. I go there quite a bit just for a wander. Some cool art museums, but they're up in Tulsa. Well, it looks like we're all going to have to make an effort to get out and visit some of these places. And you do have a zoo. Oh, we have a zoo near here. So yeah, Twycross Zoo is near here. I think most places do a photo pass thing these days, but that's usually a couple of quid in exchange for as many pics as you want. Oh wow, I didn't realise you have to pay to take pictures. The Wadsworth is the oldest museum in the States. Not that that's very old relative to the UK. No, I suppose not, no, but it's your history, so it's good. So I'm going to peel my paper off now, look. That is the shape. And what I'm going to do now is to place the paper on the back of my shape. And you can see that there. And now I can take advantage of this waxed paper. And in theory, I can just press my seam allowances over and they will adhere here to the shape. This is where you need Teflon fingers again. And I just use my iron to kind of come around. So I might have a little bit of trouble with, I haven't had to snip into any seam allowances yet to get these to curve. I think they're quite gentle, these curves, so we should get away with it. And there we go, look at that. So that's now ironed over and held in place. We've got this lovely curve. Lovely curve. Let's come to the tip here. I'm just going to fold that over and I'm going to hold that with my finger and then press it. I tend to sweep with the iron and just let the iron do the work of bringing that fabric over. Gloucester Cathedral did they last time? Put a sticker on you to show that you've paid. Wow. And this is it, isn't it? Because a lot of our museums and things are free entry, aren't they, Boop? So I suppose they've got to earn money somewhere. try and deal with this tip. And don't tell the museum's here. Shh. We won't. We won't, promise. So there we go, that's that. So now I've got my lovely, lovely leaf shape, and I do have these extra tabs of fabric hanging over, but we will just fold those out of the way. And then just to hold that in place, I'm going to use some starch, some liquid starch, which I just keep in a little jam jar. Yeah, flash is the thing they don't like, do they? So this is just regular spray starch that I can get here in the supermarket. And I just spray it into a little jam jar. And when that finishes foaming and fizzing, it will just turn to liquid. And I can paint that on with my little kids paintbrush. No special quilting tools here. Kids paintbrush. I'll paint that on and then press it again, and that should help it to keep that curve. I can hear it sizzle. And that's just going to encourage that to keep that curve that's been pressed into it. Two issues with photographs at museums. Flash, yes, absolutely. Damage the artifacts. And they are the property of the museum and frequently passes away of giving license and permission. Absolutely, yes, yeah. And Harry Potter scene with the troll going into the toilet. Oh, Boop, you've touched that wall. Claim to fame right there. Now I'll just press that one, and then we'll do this inside curve. And that'll be my first leaf ready. Hooray! So again, as with everything, the preparation is what takes the time with this, just cutting out these templates and getting them ready. But the actual preparing the piece doesn't take very long at all. There we are. And what I can do now is I can fold these little tags back if I want to, and I can press those in place, or I can wait until I come to stitch it down and just tuck them in with a needle. But I think I'm probably going to machine applique this and just get it done. That's why I was trying to keep the seam allowances down at the bottom, so we don't have too much bulk here. And I think I'm going to need my little Teflon, my little manicure tools, just to hold that down so I don't burn my fingers. Because we don't want burnt fingers. Yay, Boop! You're going to go next week to Cirencester and you're going to take all the pics. Fabulous. Do it and pop them in Discord. Pop them in Discord as well, because we'd love to see it. You know you can do it. You know you can do it. Exactly, get inspired. Get out there, do something. Let's just deal with this tip as well. You got this, Boop. You got this. Oh, this ironing mat is hot, hot, hot. Get some starch on there. And we don't tend to have a problem with bugs and starch. I know that can be an issue, but there are other products like Best Press and things that you can use for starch if spray starch is a problem for bugs. There we go. So that is the first leaf. Yay! And that goes, where does that go? Oh my gosh. It goes there. Zero spatial awareness. If I bring this over a bit, look, you can see that's that first leaf. And it actually tucks underneath the vine. So I didn't necessarily have to tuck that, make that tip turn under, because it will be covered. It will be covered. But there we go. One leaf done. Oh, you all are floating so excited. Brilliant. Brilliant. Let's do the other big one as well. Let's do the big one. So like I say, I peel this off. It's obviously waxy, and then I place it so that the waxy side is now facing up towards me. And I can press the fabric over and it will stick to the wax again. And freezer paper is good for a couple of uses, so if I had to do a lot of leaves I could still reuse these templates. But equally it's relatively, even in this country, even though we import it just for quilting, it is still relatively cheap. If I turn this, is that better? There, we can see that better if I turn my board around. It's still relatively cheap. It's about £4 I think I paid for my box. £4, and I got like 50 yards of the stuff, so I'm not going to run out anytime soon. It's definitely cheaper than buying proper things. Could you spray starch on it to renew the stickiness? Not on the wax paper. I think essentially the wax just melts away eventually, but the paper is still good, so I could just paint the edges with the starch and turn it, and that would still hold it over the paper. It wouldn't renew the stickiness of the actual freezer paper, but the template itself is still good. I haven't lost that. Just use the iron, encourage it to come around there. There we go. Yeah, we don't get that here. Yeah, we don't get freezer paper here, but you can buy it. I got mine in Boys, of all places, but you can get it at quilt shows, quilt shops. I think even Hobbycraft now are carrying it. Boop. Did Hexy Hubby bring you some back from Seattle? No, he didn't. No, because no, he didn't, unfortunately. But I have. He has said he's going to give me an address of a friend of his who's over there that I can basically order stuff and get it sent to his house. And then he'll bring it all back for me. So that's quite cool. Kind of like a PO box. Yeah, why don't we? Exactly, because you guys, you wrap food in it, don't you? It's for wrapping food for the freezer, funnily enough, being freezer paper. So I don't know why we don't have that here. But I've looked at things like baking parchment and stuff, and they're different products. They are not the same. There we go. That's that one done. That's going to go over there. So I need to just turn under this particular tip here. Cling film, yay! That's saran wrap, isn't it? I think that's what they call it in the States. Saran wrap is cling film. We tend to use cling film for everything, don't we? Just going to peel that back and just trim a little bit more off this seam allowance. Not so good as hexie templates though. No, it's not. And the freezer paper actually is pretty good for making hexies with, because you can obviously you can press them onto the back of your fabric and then turn your fabrics over. It's like we have proving bags for baking bread, but we don't have anything like that here. Apparently we do, Boop. Apparently we do. I think it's Randy said it was on TV or something, but I've never seen one. I tend to use a damp tea towel. Apparently we do. It shows you how much bread we make, doesn't it, Boop? I bought a bread maker, so I actually don't do anything now except measure stuff out if I really need bread. There we go. Yeah, the Great British Baking Show, they go on about proving bags. Apparently they do. I'm thinking that's somebody's come up with that product. and now made out like we all use one, so that I can get you guys to all buy one. Yep, oily cling film all the way. You tried to find someone on Amazon, it redirects you to the UK site. Bizarre. Bizarre. There we go. So that's a little bit untidy, but again, I can manipulate and fix it when I stitch it. I just soften it off actually with some more starch that will make it pliable again. Bam, that's it exactly. Although oiling up cling film, that can sometimes be fun. I can get myself into all sorts of mischief with the cling film when I think I had a go once at one of those home wraps, you know, you're supposed to kind of like smother yourself in moisturiser and then wrap yourself up in saran wrap or cling film. That was interesting. I think the only pounds I lost were the pounds for buying the moisturiser and the cling film. But it gave Hexy Hobby a giggle. Oh dear. Hey, 2 leaves! 2 leaves! Turkey bags though work awesome. There you go. Job done. At least that's a twofer. You don't feel like you're wasting. I hate it when you have to have a different tool for a different job. Which is why I tend to be wary of I'm wary of quilters' tools sometimes, you know, because they're not always the best thing. If you don't have oil over at least one arm by the end, you aren't doing it right. Exactly. Wouldn't it expand past the saran wrap? It might do. Saran wrap is just what the Americans call cling film. So I'm learning all these phrases, Boop. So. This is like international, isn't it? We're all learning stuff. Oh, is it a brand name? Is it? Aha, there you go. I wondered if it was actually a brand name because I couldn't think what sarin stood for, really. Always makes me think of gas, like sarin gas rather than saran. They also market it as cling wrap and other things. Yes, because you have Glad Wrap, press and seal. You have that sticky wrap, don't you? Because that apparently, Zarania, is really good for free motion quilting. I saw somebody marking a design onto that and then sticking it onto the fabric and stitching through it and then peeling off the press and seal, I think it was called. But sadly we don't have that product here, so I couldn't try that either. Although I have noticed we are starting to get some of the Glad Wrap products here, Boop, so I think they must be owned by like Procter & Gamble or one of the big companies. SmithKline, they're another one. Ah, it's a brand name. Well, the brand name has come to stand in for the actual object. Yeah. Do I need to send you some? I send you some measuring cups. Totally. Yeah. We'll have to do a shopping list. I'll get you some proving bags. Oh. I did that when the Aussies were here, when they came to visit, because we have Marmite in this country. They have Vegemite, and the two are not the same. So I made sure I got some Vegemite in for them, because they tried the Marmite and they were not impressed. There we go, that's that one. And these ones go up the top here, look. Send all the odd things, yeah. There's going to be a market, we need some sort of Twitch exchange, you know. That's going to go there. And I need to tidy up that loose end. But it's quite a narrow point that. So let's just trim off some of the seam allowance and see if I can do it. Tea. Yes, we can send you some good tea. Well, we assume it's good tea. We'll do a selection, shall we, Boop? We'll just get a whole random set of tea bags. PG tips. Yorkshire tea. Okay, I'm just trying to fold this back. I'm not worried if it has to be perfect. As you know, I'm an ish quilter. Yorkshire. Do you know what was great, Boop? Yorkshire Tea sent a box of tea down to Rob's studio when they released Sea of Thieves, and it's a proper Yorkshire tea box, but it just says on the front Sea of Tea. It looks brilliant. Well, it should have been Tea of Thieves. Oh, see, you've got Twinings here. Twinings I swear by, Alley Cat. I'm a big fan of Twinings breakfast tea and the Earl Grey. That'll put bristles in your brush, absolutely, and hair on your chest. That's how we stay warm, isn't it? Just squishing it now. This is the technical term. Squish it and squish it. Guys, I just looked up. Got a thing. There's a thing. There's a thing. Oh no, giveaway tool's broken again. No. No, no, no. I'm going to play with the computer and get the giveaway tool up because we just hit 25. I know it's gone back down to 23, but we had 25 viewers then, guys, and we do a giveaway when we get to 25, don't we? Oh, and that gives me a chance to stop pressing the life out of that leaf. That's good enough for me. That is good enough for me. I'm just going to lay that over there. Boom. Boom. Strained mud. Oh, maybe we're just drinking strained mud then. I don't know. Let me see if I can get Lash Tools to work. It just crashed on me again. This is not fun. There we are, Lash. Don't mind me. Just setting up the things. Pixie Firefly looks lovely. Thank you. Thank you very much indeedy. Hopefully, if you guys want to say something in chat, I'll do a giveaway. You can win a pattern code to download one of the patterns that I've got around to writing up. Or you can win a Hexie kit. She is looking around for the Hexie kits. The Hexie kits. So you've got 7 papers and 7 rainbow coloured fabrics, and you can make yourself a little rosette. And then you can turn that rosette into something. Oh, Lash is not behaving itself. What did I do with mine? This is what I did with mine. I turned them into a coaster for my coffee. Boink. But you could applique it to a jacket. You could cover a hole in your knee. Anything you like. Oh, do you know, it doesn't look like it's working, guys. Let's not. Oh, shall we tick the box that says chat auto ad? Oh my. Oh dear. Oh, so Zarania, you picked some loose leaf tea up from Dryad Tea. Breakfast tea, it was all right, but pricey. Ah, I see. Yay, Zarania, you're in the giveaway. So far, Zarania, it is just you. Let's bring that up. Guys, if you want to win a pattern code or a Hexie kit, type something in chat. Don't worry, I'm paying attention, Boop. I'm paying attention. We hit 25. That's so awesome. Pixie Firefly, Yorkshire Tea is your favourite. Yay. Does that mean that you are here in Britain, or do you import it wherever you are? Because Yorkshire tea is a good brew. It is a good brew. It's the one that Roxana makes at work. Being from Yorkshire, I don't suppose she can drink anything else. It would be wrong. Alley-Cat's waiting to be able to afford something from Dryad Tea. Oh, bless you. Yeah, good tea is expensive. I just buy supermarket tea. Oh, you're in Southern California, so you're importing Yorkshire tea. I guess that you're able to get it, and you're able to get it in the States. That's fab. Well, I'm guessing our 25 viewers must be bots then, guys. Come on, come on. We don't mind. We don't mind. But if you are just joining us, if you'd like to win a pattern code to download one of my patterns from PayHip, or you would like to win a little hexie kit, paper piecing kit, say something in chat. Oh, just squash that edge there. Not that you can see what I'm doing because I've got the giveaway window up, but oh, you can get it on Amazon. Awesome sauce. Scarlet Seamstress. That sounds like a nice tea, doesn't it? That sounds like a nice tea. Ay, 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 ay. Well, it looks like it's just you four guys. We have 20 bots and 4 real people. Last few seconds and I'm just going to run it. 1 in 4 chance of winning, guys. How awesome is this? Or have you all won already and you've all downloaded patterns? Oh my. And Bobbles is banned, obviously. He's still here. I'm just doing this in the leaf, by the way, whilst this is going on. Sorry, guys. Figure I can just kill some time. It's on, it's on, it's on. Right then, I'm running it with just the 4 of you. Are we ready? Are we steady? Let's do it. Oh dear, dear. Who's it going to be? Oh my, my, my. Tick, 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 tick. Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? It's going to be... Yay! It's Pixie Firefly, our new viewer. Congratulations, Pixie. Would you like a pattern code, or would you like a little hexie paper piecing kit? Ooh, have they been and gone? Or have we got a big lag between here and the States? Who knows? Say something. Yay! You're there, you're there. Our winner is you, Pixie. Congratulations. Let's get rid of that. Congratulations, Pixie. Like I say, you can download, I can send you a free pattern code. Brilliant, I will do that. I will send you a whisper later on with the code and link to the PayHip store, and you can download a pattern for one of my quilts. I haven't written many patterns. I'm forcing myself to write more, but you can hang on to the code, it will never expire. So well done. Oh no, Boop, you got adverts. No, that sucks. Who won? Pixie Firefly won. Pixie Firefly, our latest follower, our latest hex addict. So I will send you a pattern code after the stream. I'm just finishing off this last leaf, and then it blinkered out, and then adverts. Oh man, mucho suckage. No fun. Great way to start the day. Yay! I think I've got a if I do that, Oh, shall I type it in the right box? I think if I do that. Yeah, that's a link to the PayHip store. So if you want to have a look now, Pixie, you can get an idea. You need to ask a consultation on one of the patterns when you have time. I've always got time. You can ask away now if you want, or by all means catch me later, Zaranya. You can ask in Discord as well. I don't mind. I don't mind. The one with the circle pattern. Oh, Moonlight Shadow. But you'd like help resizing it for a queen. No problem. Do you want to make the squares and the circles bigger, or do you just want more blocks? Does that make sense? Because I can do either of. Whew. Getting warm with the iron on. Whew. And as always, this hoodie's a bit tight, so I don't tend to put anything on underneath it. So I can't take it off. Oh, and that's hot too. There we go. So our leaves are done using the freezer paper applique method. You'd think just adding more blocks, that would be easiest. No worries. Zaranya, can you let me know what size a queen is? I know that sounds strange, but our beds in this country are a different size. So if you want to let me know what finished size you would like for your quilt, I will just knock up a quick pattern to tell you how many blocks you need. But because you guys, we have basically a single bed, a double bed, or a king size bed. But I know that you guys have like queen size and California kings, and so it would be really, really helpful if you can tell me what size you would like it to finish at, and I'll make sure it does. Size, big, exactly. We have little beds and big beds in this country. Although I think we are starting to get super kings now, aren't we, Boo? I'm sure I saw a super king size bed the other day. Oh. Yeah, that's no problems, Aranya. I'm in no rush, but yeah, just send it across whenever and I'll get that sorted for you. Right, we're getting there, guys. We're getting there. So last thing we need to do now is to do these stems. And the thing with the stems is I've got a curve. And so to get fabric to curve, I'm going to need to cut it on the bias. Oh my goodness, I've just seen some links from Boop. Sorry, Boop. What's this? Your tea? You have a tea drawer? Oh, wow. Wow. You made me. Oh, I did once do lots of little hexes, and I stitched them onto little tags for the tea bags for somebody. Completely insane and random thing to do, but it just made the tea bag a bit prettier. Oh, you got some Wittard's tea. Oh, well, if you make it over to Cirencester, Swindon way, I'm pretty sure there's a Wittard's outlet shop at the outlet village in Swindon. Boop. Go stock up. And there used to be a Thornton shop there as well, so I used to go and stock up on chocolate too. That's a nice looking peach tea. Ooh. I can't tell if you make tea with that or smoke it, but it looks good. Oh, I'm so common. I just have tea in bags. I went to a really nice cafe the other week, Boop, and it was lovely because I asked for tea for one, and it came in a beautiful china tea cup and saucer. And I love drinking tea out of china, but I hadn't spotted that it was loose leaf tea and there was a strainer hidden on the tray. So my first cup of tea was a bit bitty, shall we say. Then I spotted the strainer. So my second cup of tea was much better. But I always put the milk in first, so I couldn't even strain it and tip it back and redo it because I'd already put the milk in. But then I had to pretend like I wasn't an idiot, which I was, obviously. Okie doke. So I think what am I going to do? I'm going to just baste those in place. No, I'm not. I'm going to make the bias tape because I want to see this finished. Where are we at? 2 o'clock. I've got an hour. Got an hour to make some bias tape. So let's do this. Let's do this. I'll put the front camera on because I'm going to have to stand up. So I need bias tape. So I need to cut strips of fabric, but on the bias, which basically means they are cut at 45 degrees to the selvage. So let's just stand up, get out of the way. Don't need the pattern sheet. So Lady Grey is like Earl Grey but fruity. Ooh. So I like Earl Grey. It's got a nice bouquet to it. I can go on the windowsill. Have to rearrange everything to do anything. Oh, there we go. We're good. Iron Bands Grams off. No worries, Iron Bands Grams. Thank you for hanging out. I am going to hopefully finish up the bias tape and stuff today, and then tomorrow we'll stitch it down, and maybe we'll get the centre finished tomorrow. But have a great day, Iron Bands Gram, and hopefully I'll catch you tomorrow, and if not, have a great weekend. I'll see you again soon. So you can see actually, guys, from this piece of fabric, I've already been cutting it on the bias, because I have this diagonal cut here. These are my selvages at this end here. So we're cutting at 45-degree angle-ish. I'm not going to stress about it being perfectly 45 degrees, as long as it's ish. So let's see, what's the best way to do this? This is the best way to do this. Oh, just trying to look here. Not showing any your teapot. Do you have a teapot? I have a tiny teapot for one. I could do with a new one, a bigger one. You have a ginseng teapot. Ooh, sounds good, Alley Cat. So bias tape, bias tape, bias tape. I'm just thinking now. I've got two options. I can make it myself, or I can use my bias tape machine. So I'm gonna get the tech out, because this is definitely one of those quilters gadgets I bought and have never ever regretted. But this will make the bias tape for me. Just need to figure out what size bias tape I'm going to make. Tech! Yay! Quilt tech! Love it. This machine, best thing I ever bought. Best thing I ever bought. I'm just going to swap back to desktop for a second, because I need to make tape that's this wide. And I've got two. This is a 3/4 inch tip, which is just a bit too big. And that is a 1/2 inch tip, which is just a bit too small. But I think I'm going to go with too small rather than too big. You can't get them anymore. Is that official now? Because I wasn't sure if that was the case, Zaranya. No worries, Pixie Firefly. You have a great day, my lovely. Thank you for hanging out, lurking with us. You have to go and get everyone ready for the day. Oh, tell me about it. Tell me about it. Well, I hope you have a great day. And yeah, I'm here for another hour, and then I'll be finishing, because I've got to pick my kids up from school. But yeah, I'm here tomorrow, same time, same back channel. And if I don't see you, have a lovely weekend, Pixie. So right, we're going to go with the 1/2 inch. We're going with 1/2 inch. Let's go back up here. 1/2 inch tip, which means I need to cut strips of fabric 1 inch wide. Woo, time zones. Nobody has them. Oh man. Do you have the machines, Zaranya? Because I know the tips were getting harder to find. But, oh, eBay or Amazon. And I bet they cost a fortune. I've even got a tip to make 1/8 of an inch. 1/8 of an inch wide bias tape. But it's just, it doesn't work. You have the machine, just need the tips. Right. I'll keep my eyes posted. I will. Peeled, posted. $45 each for the tips. Jeez Louise. I think I've had this one probably about, I think I got this about 2010. I haven't used it that much, but I do love it when I use it. So, did you get any tips for it then, Zaranya? Or have you just got a machine now and no tips? So 1/2 inch, I'm cutting 1 inch strips is what I'm doing. Definitely need another camera so you can see what I'm doing. But for now, I will do it. Oh no. You thought it was a listing for the set until you read the description. Oh my goodness. So you have the default one that came with it. That's the 1 inch. Is that the 1 inch one, I think? Oh. Boops sighing dreamily. Is this about a teapot? You want or need so much more tea stuff. Oh. No, I didn't think they would discontinue it. Because anybody you speak to who's got one thinks it's the bee's knees. Just making sure that I am lined up here. Sorry, I have to put my back to you a minute, guys. So that's 1 strip. Boop likes my teapot. What is the machine called exactly? I don't know exactly what it is called, Boop. It's by Simplicity. And it is, oh, I still have the instructions. A bias tape maker. Oh, Simplicity bias tape maker. And it is like the best bit of tech ever. Especially when I need more than a little bit of tape. So what have I got there? I'm going to have enough to do that bit. I'm going to need 2 strips. 2 strips. There we go. Job done. You shall also look out for the tips. Yes. They do occasionally come up for sales around here, so I will keep my eyes peeled. Oh, Serrano, you've been auto-modded. Oh my gosh. For feeding a 2-inch strip of cloth into the tip. Who knew that talking about fabric could be so kinky? Right. Oh dear. Yeah, feed a 2-inch strip in and out comes perfect. Perfect bias tape. So let's just shift all this out of the way. I'll get it plugged in and warming up. That was auto modded. Apparently the permitted term was strip tease. Sure, I don't know. We might have to have a strip tease stream then with the jelly roll. Oh, there is the 1-inch tip. That's still on the machine. Let's come back in here and I can show you then. So if I was doing lots and lots of tape, I can set up this thing, and you can kind of wind your strip on and it will feed over. And underneath here is a pressing plate, ceramic pressing plates. Where was strip tease in it? Exactly. I have no ideas around here, unless it thought you were trying to get around the fact that the term strip tease isn't allowed. Too much policing, thank you. Right, I'll keep that covered just because it's reflecting, and I'm going to plug it in. Plugging it in is always good. Automod is bored and feeling left out. I suspect so. I suspect so. Yeah, you see, the basic tip is a good one. And again, for wall hangings and things, I would just use that. That's not a problem, because they don't get the same wear as a quilt would get. Oh, just reach down here. Yay! Switch that bad boy on. It's cotton, so we can set it up for different fabrics as well, but I always just do cotton max. Max it out. You like to set it up and watch it go. Yeah, we do. So let's get my strip ready. So I'm just going to feed it in the top of here first. Getting it going can be a bit tricky. And if I was quilting, if I was binding a quilt, I would sew all my strips together end to end. But I'm not. I'm just doing these little bits, so I'll just do them one at a time. I'm just using a pin to encourage that to come through. Yeah, it's this bit here, you don't want to burn your fingers, isn't it? But you can see it basically folds it, and it's going to fold it and press it all at once. Don't know what music we're on to now. Let's go back. I think we've disappeared off the... Let's go back to that one. Cheesy dance music, not my thing. Well, I think somewhere we've got Arky's playlist that she made for me as well, haven't we? Oh, you keep a set of fine point tweezers. I just use a pin. And I think my fingertips are dead now. They've been pressed so many times. Just waiting for that green light to come on. We're not there yet. But it is definitely on, just checking. And quite often I'll use these tips. I could just press it with an iron and that would be quicker, but I thought you'd like to see this. Thought you might like to see this running. Yay, green light, we're good to go. Good to go. So caution, hot surface. Okay, definitely hot surface. So I'm going to clip the tape maker there. Here we go, Boop, we're getting there. I'm going to start to just pull the first few bits out, and this is a roller, so I want to make sure that the fabric is over the roller. And then we take this bad boy, right way around, clip that on. Are you ready? Are you steady? Hello, that goes in there, that comes out here. Job done. Check it out. Folded, pressed. Perfect. That feels like it could definitely be hotter though. Be alright. Be alright. I know. Zoom, zoom. I'm actually going to press it again with my iron though, because it doesn't feel very hot. I've often thought about spraying it with starch as well before it goes in. Boot wants one. I know. Is it not the best ever? Have I shown Tony this? No, I haven't. I haven't. But I know Tony hates binding anyway. She buys it on the roll ready done, doesn't she? Because I do have the quilt ones that just, instead of doing the two-sided folds, it does the big ones. So it'll just fold it in half and press it. They're the big quilty ones. Yeah, Tony buys it ready-made, doesn't she? But we don't get it ready-made. Do another bit. Do another bit. Okay, I've got one more bit. We can do another bit. Just want to lay it out on the thing and the thing. See? Beautiful. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do this time. I'm going to spray it with starch. See what happens. Yeah, and Tony, obviously, Tony does it for a living. I need like a metre of bias tape. Tony needs meters and meters. Let's see what happens now. Sprayed it with starch. See if it holds its fold a little bit better. But yeah, if I needed meters and meters of this stuff, I would totally do it. Zaranya, no problem. We're pretty much done now. I've just got to literally lay these on and do the curvy bit, so don't stress it. I'm just winding Boop up because she's eager. I'm just winding her up now, dragging this out. But I'll be back tomorrow, and hopefully we'll be stitching all these things down. Yay! Do some patchworky stuff. So I take that bit up first, feed the end in. So this is the difficult bit, just getting it started. But I push it, there's a little window here, I can see the fabric coming through. So I can just do that. You have a great day too, Saranya. Have some sleep. Get ready for the next day. There we are. So now we can clip that into place. Take that bit up. Okie doke. Are you ready, Boop? Are you ready? I'll push the button again in a minute. Oh dear. Eat some water. Here we go. Boink. Just coming out. It's brilliant. Yummy Rocks, hey, how you doing? Oh, every single time. Just get so excited. There it is. There it is. So that doesn't feel, like it says hot surface, that doesn't feel very hot. But I've got what I need for the project, so let's turn it off now. And we'll unplug it. How are you doing, Yummy Rocks? You're good. You're in a crafting mood today. Yay. The best kind of mood to be in. I know. It's awesome. I'm just going to press it again. Like it's the hard work's been done. I'm just going to do that last little bit there because it looks a bit loose. You want one? It's just fun just to feed stuff through it, isn't it? Just to feed stuff through it. Right, let's have a quick move around on the desktop now because I don't need this mat anymore. I don't need starch for now. Take all my pins out. You can go there. You can go down there. Let's bring this bad boy over so I can. You don't have buyer's needs, but you just need... I know what you mean. I know what you mean, Boop. So, let's have a gander. I'm going to keep one bit for doing that vine and this bit for doing this vine. So let's just trim the edge off. And so we're going to start glue basting everything in place as well, Boop, so it doesn't shift. So this can come away, that can come away, that can come away. Oh, so it's getting to winter time. You can make some winter crafts. Absolutely you can. So you're making snowmen. Fabulous. Different colour, rainbow of snowmen. I like it. So I'm just going to put a few little bits of glue on here. In fact, I'll take the paper out. I know I've already put the glue on, but it's just glue. Let's get these papers out now, because I don't want to stitch through those. Come on. Because I've starched it as well. Ugh. You've got a white one made and a purple one. Yay! Well, I think Zaranya, who's just left us, I think Zaranya was looking at making some snowmen, wasn't she, for winter crafts? I should probably do like a hexy snowman. I haven't even looked at that. I've done snowflakes. What time am I on tomorrow? I'm not sure, Boop. If I'm perfectly honest with you, I'm really not sure. Probably a bit later though. I'm trying to start a bit later so I can do more grown-up things in the mornings. So if we said 11 onwards, you don't know when you'll get back from the doctors. Not to worry. Don't feel, you know, don't rush to get back here. Get sorted at the doctors first. And if I see you, I'll see you. Just press that again. That is still plugged in. Yes, yes, yes. Let's put the glue on now. There we go. Gosh, I had to concentrate then. Thinking of doing a green one? Go for it. Go for it, Yummy Rocks. We'll keep you company whilst you do it. And then you can always pop a picture in our Discord if you want to. So now they're glued down, I can stick the bias tape over the top, look. And that will cover up those. There, and I'm going to come down to about here and trim it off, because then I can put the other one over the top. Just don't trust the yellow snowman. Oh no. Definitely don't trust the yellow snowman. Time for some new scissors, I think. So let's get some glue down here. This will just hold it temporarily until I'm ready to stitch. Beautiful. B-E-A, beautiful. I feel a bit like Hannibal right now. I love it when a plan comes to I love it when a plan comes together. Oh, thank you, Boob. Thank you. I'm really pleased with it. I could see it in my sleep and I had to sort of get up. I just had to get up and get it on the computer quickly. I need to learn how to sketch or keep a sketchbook, I think. But I just wanted to make it. I wanted to get it made. So let's just peel these out now. And then we can get these ones glued down as well, because I don't know if you can tell from it showing underneath, this also goes underneath that vine. So there we go. Press it back again. Gently does it. It feels nice and Christmassy. That's the thing, Boop. Make sure I'm still in shot. So I just want to get these down, and then tomorrow I'm going to stitch down. I'm going to use my machine, I think, because that's just quicker. And it's just not that interesting watching somebody hand stitch sometimes. I found that, like with the mandala, it gets a bit boring. I'm just going round and round in circles, you know. So put that on top of there. So my seams are just wanting to lift a little bit, but that's okay. We can be persuasive in our pressing. You want to make your brother a pin cushion for Christmas? Yay, go for it, Boo. What kind do you want to make? I really want to make myself one of these, is it Biscornu? You know, the ones where they're all kind of folded? I'd like to have a go at one of those, because that would be quite easy to do in paper piecing, I think. I think. There we are, that's down. Not too bad, is it? Looks okay. Looks okay. So it's a nice thing with it being freezer paper, these lift quite easily. You were thinking either a Pokeball, because you got me to Pokemon, or Discworld. Oh my word. Just thinking of going postal. So Pokeball you could do with Hexies. In fact, Boob, have you been in a Discord of late? Because there is, I posted in the free patterns section, I found a free child stuffed ball pattern. And it uses pentagons, not hexagons. But it's exactly the same process. Could be hexagons and be the turtle. Yay! I was thinking of going postal and that, you know, find a pin and pick it up, and all day you'll have a pin. Yeah, have a look in the free patterns section then, because there is something in there. But like I say, making a ball out of hexagons is a bit trickier, because you have to have pentagons as well to get it to turn. But I can totally sort you out with some pentagons if you need them. Let's get this one down. So you can just see my pattern underneath this light fabric, so I can just see where I need to position things. Because actually the tricky bit coming up is going to be this curve, getting this curve into that bias tape. Never easy. Just give that a quick press, see all the glue. I'm really pleased with how that's looking. Absolutely, we can natter on Discord, not a problem. So the nice thing about the bias tape is it stretches. Because it's cut on the bias, you've got that cross weave in there, so I can stretch this. And I'm going to need to, because I need to curve it, and then I need to try and fold it so I can curve it back on itself. So we're going to start ish, and I think I'm going to grab, I should have some little pins somewhere, little applique pins. I'm going to pin this first before I try and glue it. There's no point gluing it until I've got the position right. But I have these tiny little pins that I can use, applique pins. So if I can just, this part of the curve is quite straightforward and easy-ish to do. So let's just pin it for now. And this section is too long, but I can trim off any excess. I'd rather have too much than not enough. So we're just coaxing it round here. And so this is the problem, because my tape makers, one was too wide, one was too narrow. This one's just ever so slightly too narrow. But I think I would rather be too narrow right now than... We'll see. If it doesn't look right, I'll make the bias tape again, because it's just those two strips of fabric. I can make it again in the wider one. So let's get down to kind of the tip, and then I need to fold this back on itself and encourage it to go that way. See how we do. A bit fiddly. It's going to hold, I think. It's going to hold. Yeah, exactly. Any wider it would be difficult. But this is always the problem, you see. I try and stitch things in my sleep. Like, how would that work? And actually, you just have to do it. You just have to do it to find out if it will work or not. There we go, we're getting there. Well, that looks pretty good. Kind of looking at it on the screen, I'm liking that. Like I said, this curving is possible because it's on the bias. If it was just straight tape, it wouldn't curve. And then that's excess. We don't need that bit there. So it might be a little bit of fudging to do down here. And that bit there needs trimming. We don't need that bit. Let's put these back and see how it looks. Because I think it looks really nice. Fudge. We can fudge it. There we go. What do we think? Yay! I love it. Dang, I love that. Loving that. What do you think, Boop? Do you think that tape's wide enough? I think it'll do. I could put some smaller leaves in here to fill it, but I think that will give me some space to kind of quilt around it as well when I'm done. Yeah, I'm big grin, big grin. That's how it looked in my sleep. Oh, Karen, thank you. I didn't realise you were still here with us. Thank you, Karen. I'm chuffed with that. I'm chuffed with that. Just this little fold here, but we can glue that, do something with it. Work lurk, no problems, Father, no problem. Thank you. I am thrilled with that, actually, because it's one thing to have the idea, it's another to draw it and then to get it to happen. Chuffed to bits. Chuffed to bits with that. I'm just going to put another pin in there. They're all here. Boop's just a noisy. You are, aren't you, noisy? Doesn't matter. Does not matter. So this is actually I'm just going to try and push the keyboards. I'm still here, but I made you pull out my machine. Yes! Get those awkward bits done, out the way. Get them done, Alley Cat. Because then you can fill your desk up with other stuff. So this is going to be on point, isn't it? So what I'm still not 100% sure about, oh, just squeeze that up there, is this other fabric. This is the one that's going to kind of go at the sides. And I'm not sure if it's just too red or too tomatoey, or if I need to dig out some other Christmassy fabrics. I think we'll worry about that tomorrow, won't we? Otherwise I could put a little flange. I do like a flange on a quilt. You're here watching a knitting, yay! Yeah, sleep on it. I think so. I think what I'll do, I'll get this moved off to the side, Boop, and I'll just leave it where I can see it overnight. But a flange is essentially when you have a little bit peeking out. Flange. Flange is now a permitted term. Good Lord. Seriously, Twitch? Flange is a legitimate term as well. Oh my. Oh me, oh my. So we can just have some of that green. That looks a bit better, doesn't it? Can you see there's just that tiny bit of green just peeking out, and then this is going to be down on the corners to square it up. Try a plain fabric, the green is better. I know, I need to use this. You know, in that I've had this. This is 12 Days of Christmas by Kate Spain. So we are talking for maybe 7, 8 years old. It's gotta go, it's gotta go. So I'm thinking maybe a flange. Just gotta find the right fabrics. I wish I got more of this gold one, because gold is nice. Yeah, I like the red and it feels nice and Christmassy. Use the red for backing. I could. I do have some others from this range, so maybe I can do something. I can always do something. That's the gold just peeking through. No, I think I'm going to stick with green. I like my traditional Christmassy colours. Sleep on it, let the dreams decide. Exactly. Do you know what? I will, because the whole thing is a dream anyway. So we're going to leave it. We'll see how it goes. But that bias tape went on a lot easier than I expected. I'm going to just tuck that bit out the way for now. We don't need that. Just to give us an idea of that little opening. Flange, flange, flange. The word of today is flange. But it's really pretty poinsettias, and there's pine cones, and it's kind of fun Christmassy colours, but it's a little bit tomatoey, this red. But I do like it and I want to use it. More importantly, I want to use it. So let's just put that to one side because we don't need the green. Because I have been... Oh, let's get the Christmas fabrics box out and then we can have a quick look. Because I'm going to need 2 14-inch squares to finish this off, because I'm going to have to cut squares and then cut them on the diagonal to fit along here to keep straight edges. So I need 2 14-inch squares, so whatever I use I've got to have enough of, if that makes sense. So I love that one, but I don't have enough. That's nice, but it's pink. Play with a stripe, maybe. Put a stripe on there. Everything else is quite dull in its Christmassiness, so it's like a very deep red. burgundy almost, so I don't think that's going to work. Not enough there. Nope. Nope. Aye, aye, aye. So yeah, we could go green, but I think that's going to be too much green, and it's too dark as well. Too dark, that one. So that's kind of a red one with green bits. More fabric needed. There might just be more. Oh, now they see that's quite interesting, but it's still that tomatoey red. Because we're kind of going to do that with it, aren't we? That makes sense. That's quite nice. That is quite nice, and I think I've got another bit of that stashed away. I have. There is another bit of that one stashed away. Oh. Everything else is fat quarters. So if I was going to do it, I would need 2 fat quarters. Or have a weird figure skating people with blue, but I'm not sure I want to bring blue in to that. No, I don't think I do. That's interesting, that one, isn't it, Rube? What we'll do, we'll put it up on the design wall when I finish the stream, and I'll just keep walking past this room for the rest of the day. Oh, this is one, I think Iron Band's gone now. I was saying I've got the hunky, oh no, the hunky Christmas fabric. But alas, I can't fit those guys in. And it's so lovely, I can't cut it up either. My naughty Christmas fabric. Naughty-ish. It's because we were talking the other day about the Christmas, it wasn't Christmas fabric, it was just the fabric with the hunky cowboys on. And I said, no, I haven't got any cowboy fabric, but I do have these fellows on my on a Christmas fat quarter, but only one, alas, and I don't think they would look quite right against my poinsettias, do you? I think that's Alexander Henry fabric or something, I can't remember. I don't even know why I bought it, but you know, sometimes you just buy fabric because. Oh dear. So anyway, we're going to live with that for a little while, I think. Back in the box, that's it. Quieten down, you're making Hexadoodle blush. Back in the box. Actually, I'm warming to this one now. I think because it's the red, maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Anywho, I've done what I wanted to do today, guys, so I'm going to kind of call it there. It's almost time to get the boys from school anyway. So tomorrow we will stitch it down. We'll get all these stitched down. I need to take these papers out. So we'll get it all stitched down, and then we can figure out how we're going to square it off and make it a little bit bigger. So let's do that, let's do that. Who can we go and raid now, I wonder? Oh, thank you, and thank you for being here, Boop, because, you know, you make it lovely. You give me someone to talk to. Otherwise it would just be me in a resting bitch face trying to stitch stuff. Let's have a gander. Who am I following? And who's on my stream teams? Just watch that iron. We definitely don't want to burn ourselves. What have we got going on? Just refresh that page. Oh, I don't know. There's nobody. Girl November is on, but I always raid Girl November. So let's see if anybody else I'm following is on. Oh, I know who's on. Let me just make sure they are still there. I have been secretly stalking this dude. secretly kind of stalking him. He makes mugs. He's not uncomfortable to look at, and he's also a potter. So he makes really cool, ugly mugs. So I think he's there. Yeah, Mrs. Chugs is there as well. I'm going to raid Ugg Chugs today. I'm going to raid Ugg Chugs. Give you somebody new to look at, Boop. I think Boop, Timber and New's on, but we've raided Clint a couple of times, but he knows Ugg Chugs as well, so we're going to go there. I'm just going to unplug my iron. There we go. I'm going to move my iron so I can actually type something without burning myself. Let's try and do the raiding things, because I'm not very good. Raid call is raid, I think. There you go, Boop. That's that one, and then we have that one as well, don't we? Yeah, there we go. Oh, even Stream Elements isn't a subscriber. Sorry, Stream Elements. So, thank you for your company today, guys. I know it wasn't a planned stream, but we've got way more done than I could have hoped. Actually, I'm thrilled with how that looks, and I'm looking forward to tomorrow where I get to stitch it down and hopefully turn it into a square quilty thing. And then we just have to work out borders. Just have to work out my borders. So I'm going to do raid and Ugg Chugs. That's the one. Is that working? It's off. We're off. 9, 8, 7. Have a great day, guys. I will see you tomorrow. Much love to you, Boop. Thank you for calling in. See you soon.